Hello everyone, my name is Putty, welcome back to another episode of Dudes of Utapau. I'm joined as always by Sir, the 3rd, 5th Duke of Wadsworth, Corey Wadsworth the 2nd, 17th, Esquire, MEP. Chris Wilson, Charles Smith, and Marshall Pearson, how are you guys doing? Chris, why the fuck are you making so much fucking noise?
I know, right?
So,
it's like, as soon as we start...
Why are you going downstairs?
Because that's where my computer is.
Why weren't you there already?
Because I was in the kitchen.
Why?
Food.
Why are you buying soup at the soup store?
He was
He
getting chicken from the chicken store.
I was doing that.
He was doing it too.
I don't think what they sell at McDonald's can be fairly called chicken.
Oh no!
So
no. You should get a, do you have like supermarkets that sell rotisserie chickens that are like pre-made?
I think so, but I haven't had one.
Oh,
before.
That's what I always get because they're pretty. They're not super expensive, and it's surprisingly easy to eat an entire rotisserie chicken by yourself.
Now I know what you mean, and but I only eat the breast when we get one.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Have you had a rotisserie chicken this week?
No, because I'm on a vegan diet. But the last time I did,
you're the worst person.
I had them so often back in my heyday that the last one I had, I literally, because I got tired of like carving them up by like with a knife. Last time I did, I just ripped it open and it looked so fucked up.
Dude,
that will put you on your
just
vegan diet?
Shoved it in your mouth, just whole chicken.
No, that's not what we meant. No, but it was pretty great because it was like, okay, I guess that's how breasts come off. You just rip them off. You just don't even. What's all this cutting?
So speaking of breasts coming off, Celeste, how are you doing?
What? I don't know how to respond to that, but I'm doing great.
Excellent.
Just dying of starvation because I forgot to have breakfast.
Now you know how I feel every day. Cedric, how you doing?
Pretty good.
What's wrong?
Not
you can
much.
tell us. It's space.
Can you tell us?
What'd they do to you, Charles?
Well, we're about to find out.
Where'd they?
I was in the doll when they touched you.
Yeah, point on the doll.
Chris, are you at your computer now?
Yes, I am at my computer. As you can tell, the noise stopped.
In that case, Chris, why don't you recap what happened last time?
Well, I was awesome, but no, I'm kidding. We got Cedric back, which is great. I think. We found him in a medical facility. We woke him up, and we decided to look around. Big mistake on our part. And we wound up in a basement, and we could have just activated the generator and then went on our merry way, but no, we had to look in a door. And then we all almost died because there was this weird pod thing that spat out zombies and abominations at a dreadful rate. And I ended up falling all the way to 4 morality from 72. Because Force Lightning is that fucked up, I guess.
I mean, you're mostly not using Force Lightning, to be fair.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's what everyone calls it.
Force Wave.
Well, okay, yeah, I'm making.
You know what? Actually, what I think it is in the technical term, what I probably think it is Force Scream. Because that's a power that the Sith have, and it seems a lot like what he's doing, where they literally scream, and the Force is so incredible that it kills people.
Yeah, he does that, but he doesn't scream or anything. He just like uses his hands to conduct the energy. Anyway, as we start today,
I give him that good old suck and
actually,
train
I'm not
their
sure
life.
if you really scream when you use the Force scream power. Anyway,
yeah, it's a term of yeah.
It might be more figurative than literal. I don't know. It's just...
Well, as we start today, the flicker of the coulter tank flowing throughout the room. Kasari, you notice that your eyes, as much as you try, seem to be losing focus on Merkava's back coulter tank. You're unable really to focus on it, and you feel very light-minded and fluttery. Cedric, you hear Merkava's voice. You're not sure whether it's through your comms or other methods. Say to you, "Hey, buddy, do me a favor and get me out of here, would you?"
Cedric is gonna sit there.
Does it
looking at
sound like
Merkava.
that? There's no cackling?
There's no evil cackles
know.
of evilness.
It sounds like Merkava.
It's like Merkava.
I'm awake and out of the Colto tank too, or
Yeah, I think in the last
Yeah.
episode, sorry, I let both of you two out.
I say, why is Merkava in the Colto tank still? He seems, I'm confused.
Well,
and I probably start to go over to as if I'm going to go let him out.
I say no, Celeste. I wanna explain this in simple terms. I don't want to get too deep into the quote unquote, and I hold up my air quotes, Jedi voodoo, as you call it. But an easy way to recognize what's going on is to look at his... Wait, we established, by the way, that in the Colto tank, he has his mask off, so we can see his eyes, right?
You can see his eyes.
Yeah. I point to his eyes. Does there something off about them to you?
I look at his eyes and say, I don't understand.
They look completely normal, Kasari, to you two now.
What?
But you can't really look long. Like I said, you can't focus on him or the tank. You have to look away after a little while. You just lose focus.
The fuck? What were his eyes before? Actually,
Yeah, when you first had a look, like maybe an hour ago, you saw some amber glowing around the edges.
yeah.
I say,
But you're talking. You haven't slept much.
I say, I don't.
Wait, I slept an entire day. I slept 8 hours straight and then woke up.
It was disturbed sleep. You were worried.
You gave me all my strength back.
Yeah, no, it was a good night's sleep for your body, but your mind is.
What the- Strain is for the mind. Okay, anyway, actually, strain could arguably be for the body and the mind, so who knows? You know. Anyway, I don't know, but
Physical exhaustion.
yeah, and maybe if someone hurts your head enough with screaming, you take wounds. You know, I don't know.
I mean, that's what happened to
That's
the
mind.
zombies downstairs.
That's mind bleed. So to be fair, but anyway,
Either way, I say,
I
I don't understand what you're talking about with his eyes.
Okay. there
Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling great, I say there are two kinds of force users, Les.
I know that. You
Okay.
Jedi are always yapping about the Sith or whatever.
Well, whether he's a Sith or not is... Well, that seems unlikely, considering he's been with us the whole time. But I point to him and I say, there's something very wrong with Merkava.
Let me talk to her, Cedric. Let me out.
Well, the only way to resolve this is to at least stop talking.
I agree. When Merkava wants to speak to me, I will hear her through the tank.
Yeah. Wow, getting it out of the way early today.
Getting what out of the way early?
Him. You called him her.
Ah, whatever.
Kasari, you're not stupid enough to think that you can hear him through the tank, or to think that he could open his mouth in there.
We already said that he has comms in there.
That
You don't have comms.
Well, I'm sure we can all share information through the comms we do have.
Someone would have
I
to-
hand Kasari my comms and say, let me know when you decide to stop doing your Jedi interrogation or whatever with our ally. I think we have bigger issues. Like finding a cure for whatever's going on.
Yes, I agree. The cure is a pressing matter. I put the comm on and I say, Merkava, can you hear me?
Kasari? Yes.
You don't sound like you. Usually you're a little
Yes.
more monotone. You got-
Kasari.
There,
Yes.
okay, thank you. Sorry, Chris.
Motherfucker.
Hey,
You seem mistaken, troubled.
I saw what you did in last room. I felt what you did. You released more dark side energy than I've ever felt in my entire life combined.
You've hardly had much experience for that to mean much.
It means something.
Indeed, although it does seem like the teaching at the temple is a little different than when I learned and when Cedric learned. Your mind seems quite closed.
Quite
I'm
closed.
surprised.
Closed to what?
Closed to the power that is sometimes necessary to protect what is important. It is surprising given who taught you.
That power is the dark side you're referring to.
And many of our order have used it to protect things that are important.
If they did, then they fell.
Many of those are on the council to this day.
Who? Who's on the council that's... Besides Revan. He redeemed himself. He was corrupted.
I'm not going to besmirch my fellow Jedi. However, one person that I can tell you about that wouldn't mind is your master.
What are you talking about? You haven't spoken about her at all. All of a sudden now you're going to tell me all about her?
Well, the situation is relevant. She was a friend of mine. It's not like I know nothing about her.
What about her?
She was a powerful warrior, but not powerful enough to have the influence she did on the war. It took more than that. It took powers that nobody else wanted to use. Powers that some would shun.
Consider unnatural. I say, what are you referring to? Are you saying that
The dark side is all around us, and sometimes we are forced to use it in little ways, in large ways. It is corrupting, yes. If I was a Padawan experimenting with this, you would be right to have concern. But I am a Jedi Knight of some renown, and it's about time you start having trust in me. Can you do that?
the more you fall to the dark side, the less trust I have for you?
I'm using the dark side. It is not using me. And I've been doing it since the start of this, since the start of the time you've known me.
That does not give me any confidence. It simply means that you've been playing with evil for longer than I thought.
We all have our demons. It is how we deal with them. You're letting your mistrust and suspicion get the better of you.
Can I mute my comms? Or like turn it off for a second?
Well, you can give it back to Slice, right?
I guess.
Or
yeah.
oh yeah.
I mean,
I say
I'll take it off. I turn to Cedric and I say, he's different somehow. I don't know how it is, but the way he talks, the way he presents himself, he's never that organized.
So by the way, Cedric's comms are pretty open, so you hear from them.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
I probably put my comms back on. This I
He says
say
to you, Slash, that was mean. Tell her that was mean.
He
he
says
that was mean.
I stick my tongue out.
Tell her I'm sticking my tongue out inside my mask.
I say either
And
way,
it hurts.
I think this is a little ridiculous, Kasari. I don't understand what is going on or why you are so I don't know, confused or a little mad, I guess you could say.
Anger leads to hatred.
I'm crystal clear. I'm not angry. I'm just... Look, let me put it in terms maybe you can understand better, Celeste. Let's say...
Other than telling me to look at his perfectly normal eyes?
Let's say you have a friend, right?
Yes.
And this friend has changed in some fundamental way. They're different.
As they do sometimes.
And you know it. But this isn't a normal kind of change. They think differently than they used to. They think about morality the way they different from the way they used to. They have different overarching world values. And what if one day this friend has changed so much that not only are they no longer your friend, but they're exactly what you and your friend wanted to destroy?
I put my hand over Kasari and say, I know how exactly you feel. I once had a fellow friend turn into a Wookiee activist.
Wait, what?
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh my god. That is a character moment right there.
I sort of scratch my head a little bit, and I'm like, well, yep, that's kind of okay.
I say,
sure. That's not, yeah. That example isn't problematic at all.
Somebody's motivation is equality. I can't remember whose it is.
Is it what? What do you mean?
So what, you know, the like motivation and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's in this party is equality.
Oh, equality. I thought you said a quality, and I was like, which quality is that? Yeah. Who is that? It's
It might be Merkava.
It's Merkava.
That's funny.
I say, but to be honest, even if he had completely different worldviews, in a situation like this, we need him.
Do we though?
I mean, he did kind of wipe out an entire room of those things.
Yes, and he did it in a way that makes him much more likely to do that to us.
I have my doubts. The reason being that he did it to, you know, save you.
There are some things that are more important than just clinging on to life.
I would agree. However, considering that I haven't felt very well recently, I don't know if I'll be able to have the second option to life.
I turn to Cedric and I say, what do you think? You must have felt what I felt back there. The evil roiling in the room. The immense darkness. All coming from Merkava. He killed so many of those things with his flick of his wrists. That is not a Jedi technique. You know this.
Puddy.
Yes.
In comparison, when I got my force rating up, did the darkness that I felt that was coming, was it a similar sort of darkness in that way?
No, the darkness you felt then was far away and felt like a raging storm, whereas this was much more controlled.
Okay. Cedric, all Cedric's gonna do is stand up walk over to the tank, look at Merkava, look at Kasari, and say, in any other circumstance, I might agree with you, but there is something more coming.
What's that?
Something. Not long ago, I felt a storm arising, a dark one, and it's bigger and darker than even what Merkava dropped to, but I don't think we are braced enough for that storm if we leave Merkava in here alone. We have to take him to Shao.
Merkava said something about Shao before.
I know.
Was that true?
At the time we were at war. War changes people itself. I don't know. She dabbled with the dark side a little bit, but talking with her talking with Revan, they were able to pull her back. I'm hoping that either one could help Merkava come back, and I'd rather it be Shao, a friend. I don't know anymore. No.
Release
We
the
have to get to
Kolto tank.
I am then gonna open the Kolto tank and let Merkava out.
I nervously grip at my lightsaber.
Are his lenses nearby?
Lenses?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab
Just
his
so he
lens.
can breathe and not choke to death.
Why do
Grab
they
his
call them
lens
lenses?
and his mask.
I'm sure he's. I don't. Chris, they were lenses, right? You had lenses.
Yeah, no, I have a mask and lenses that go over my eyes.
Oh, okay. They
Yeah, I grab
keep
them
it
and
pressurized. That makes sense.
make sure it and hand it to him. Make sure he's okay getting them back on.
Puts them back on and surveys, the surroundings, organizes himself, and then kind of just looks at you, Kasari. At this moment, you hear him take a deep sigh, and both of the Jedi sense a huge amount of dark side energy as Chris, you control your creature again.
Oh, I understand what I did,
Pull my lightsaber out.
and I thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to redeem myself.
It was very close, Chris.
Wait, what? Chris? Wait.
Merkava's childhood name was Chris.
Yeah, apparently.
No, I was
No.
talking that out of character. I thought that was
First
out of
things first.
character.
need
Do
to
we
get
still
Jared-
feel this darkness?
Oh yeah, it's unleashed and uncaged.
I looked to Cedric like I'm like doing the look where I raise my hands up and I'm like, what the
So, first things first, we need to cure this disease, and then we need to get off this goddamn planet.
I agree.
Oh, by the way, Merkava, you feel a lot better than you did yesterday.
the evilness keeps you alive.
What can I tell you? The Emperor's a great doctor. That's out of character.
Um,
And what do you tell us in character?
I'm not
The
feeling
Emperor's
as
a
down as I
terrible
was yesterday.
doctor.
I might be able to just fight through this thing, but we still need cures for you guys.
What?
I'm gonna.
You're not gonna be able to just fight through a
No,
virus.
I can tank it.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Kasari and say, I'm gonna need a bit more rest. I'm still a bit banged up from the whole going through a giant city wall and everything.
I'm feeling all stressed out, so I could go with a bit more rest too.
If we rest for a little bit longer, and then
I mean, those who don't need rest could also continue exploring the clinic. If you guys want.
yeah.
So,
Well, I feel like we should explore as a group, considering the last time we went exploring, we all almost died.
That was the basement. You know, the evilest part of any building.
True, true. Horror tropes advise me to continue onward blindly into the attic. No.
You noticed there is no
Kasari,
attic.
could you
What the? I knew it. No.
Kasari, could you
I,
just watch out for anything?
yeah, I was actually just gonna meditate and use my Seek force power while you guys are sleeping.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back in the tank.
Oh. How long do you all go back in the tank? Merkava, do you go back in the tank?
I
Does
go. If
everyone
we're just resting for a little bit, I'm going to go to sleep. Not in a Kolto tank.
Does everyone
I
get in
need
the
the Toto tank.
I'll just strip off and just get back in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry that begins her interrogations without letting Cedric out.
Oh, no, yeah. Like Cedric's
Guys,
inside.
let me out!
You're asleep. You're asleep. Cedric's inside, and all of a sudden, you just start saying, "Well, you may not be a Sith Lord. You may be, but one thing's for sure: you're in the wrong clinic." As I take out a lightsaber. No. Anyway.
Merkava begins dragging the other bed from the other suites into the room. Also, the dark energy you sensed is gone.
What the fuck? Stop it, demon. I mean you, buddy.
What? Wait, say again?
Like, stop it, demon, and by demon I'm referring to the out-of-character GM.
How dare you?
Okay.
How dare you call me such things?
So, yeah.
So, yeah.
I am going to sit in a nice place where I have an overview of the room.
Okay.
You know, I don't want anyone coming up behind me with like a rock or something.
Who would do that?
I don't know.
You really think that lowly of me? Come on.
Sorry, I don't think you're in control of yourself right now, Chris, Mr. Emperor Man.
What makes you think that?
Because you started saying what Merkava does.
Yeah, no, he's too shy. He's private messaging me, and then I describe it as the GM, you know?
Oh my god. That would be funny if you had a player like that.
Right, so Slash and Merkava are sleeping outside the tanks, and Cedric is in the tank. How long?
I can't remember how good Kolto tanks are. But yeah, I'm probably. I don't think we know. So yeah, I'm gonna be in there for quite a while. Probably like, I'm gonna try and be in there for like 6 hours.
Okay. Slash, do you sleep for 6?
I mean, I guess if we're not going anywhere for 6 hours, let's just go to sleep.
Cedric's learnt his lesson. Don't go into a fight with 1 wound remaining from your threshold.
Was that the lesson?
I thought the lesson was don't open doors.
Okay, 1 second. Slash, Merkava, and Cedric, what are your strain thresholds for me?
11.
17.
Yeah, I'm at 17. Oh no, I have 18 strain threshold. I have 17 strain.
I needed the thresholds. Was your threshold 17, Cedric?
17, yeah.
And then you would be in. Celeste, you recover 8 strain. Cedric, you recover 12 strain. Merkava, you recover 13 strain. And Cedric, you recover 5 wounds.
Okay, that's good.
And what are you doing, Kasari, exactly?
So, I'm gonna begin prowling around Merkava's body like a hyena. No, I am going. So first, I'm gonna take my robes and all the rations I've been carrying around and set them down because they've just been weighing me down. And I'm gonna sit. Like I said,
take the suit off.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm scared as fuck of all these diseases. And I'm going to sit and I'm gonna meditate on using the sneak force power. I mean, not sneak. Using the seek force power. I activate the sneak force power and I sneak around.
Okay. Now, are you looking for something in particular? I think that's a part of it, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking for the Sith Emperor Vitiate. No, I'm.
You find him. He's safe at home on German Cass, enjoying a wonderful cup of coffee.
This seems unlikely. Anyway.
Lies.
Vitiate the second.
No. Vitiate the second. I am going to focus on Xiao.
Okay. Let me just read Seek again really quick to see exactly what you see.
I feel. I feel.
Okay. You see.
Wait, I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, yep. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Okay, I use my 2 light side points to activate the power.
Okay.
What?
You see a craggy cave entrance in the middle of a flat desert land. The cave entrance is dark and it seems lightly touched. There are rocks kind of all around the entrance. A bit of the top has kind of caved in a little bit, and it doesn't seem like many people visit this cave.
Flat desert land, huh? I don't know how accurate this vision is. I mean, there's sand everywhere.
Okay.
Throughout the 6 hours, you see various versions of this cave. Sometimes there's a sandstorm, sometimes it's night, sometimes it's day, but it's always the same cave, you think.
Is there anyone in the cave?
You can't see it. You can't see anyone in the cave.
How big is the cave?
The entrance, like I said, bits of it have been caved in, but it's, I'd say, a medium-sized cave. It's not this giant gaping hole or anything, but it's also not this tiny little crag. And it looks like it's quite deep. Too deep for you to really see from wherever you are.
Very well.
Everyone is awake. Does somebody let Cedric out of the Colto tank?
Never. We abandoned him there, right,
Laughs
everyone?
maniacally.
Okay, don't do that. I'm assuming someone does. If no one else does it, then maybe Celeste will, I guess. He's still confused whether or not Kasari wants to lock up more of her allies.
As you get out of the Colto tank, Cedric, and Kasari also feel this, the dark energy returns to Merkava.
What the fuck? Okay. There is clearly something
Howdy,
weird
guys.
going on. Someone's not in control of themselves.
I can assure you that it's me.
I didn't say anything. So now I'm even more suspicious, because you woke up, looked at me, and said, I can assure you that it's me. And then your head swiveled around 360 degrees, and you started breathing fire.
He was having a nightmare. Okay? Comfort him.
What nightmare was he having where he says, I assure you it was me?
He was having a really big identity nightmare where he was like, is it me you're looking for?
What the fuck?
Okay. Anyway.
So, priorities. Find a cure. Then find a ship.
Honestly,
Yes.
Figure
I
out
forget,
what this purple vial is.
is the Galaxy Plunger
Honestly,
just unusable?
If we were to
Pretty
take a
much.
guess based off of just what a purple vial would be doing laying around, I would guess it might be the cure.
Well,
Yeah,
Chris,
that's pretty fair.
When you first looked at it, you
Although-
thought it would cost less to buy a new ship than to repair it.
But I really like the Galaxy Plunger.
It's fixable.
I
Yeah,
say,
I mean, it's not like it's going anywhere. We can always come back.
you say,
Hell no.
you know,
No,
if you,
no. This place is forsaken.
By the way, the terminal that was in this room that you guys still hadn't hacked is staring at you.
Merkava,
it
have a
grew
look
eyes?
at that terminal.
Yes.
Oh god.
Dark side glowing Sith eyes!
This is troubling.
Merkava, can you have a look at that terminal? I know you're the best with those.
can we
Say
have
no
someone
more.
take
Yeah,
a
what's
look
the
at the
difficulty?
vial?
I'll have a look at the vial, see what I
there,
can.
There must be some medical facilities here
See.
that could scan the vial and see what's actually in it.
Or we can just
Or
take
we
a
can
sip
find,
and see
like-
what happens.
That
Or
seems
potentially-
risky. Why not
Liquid
just...
anthrax.
What, yeah,
Or-
what if that's the disease bottled in pure form and you just immediately die?
Anyway, what's
Or-
the difficulty of getting into the terminal?
What I said last week.
You know, I wouldn't mind the disease killing me. You know, as long as I don't come back as one of those
You
things.
definitely will.
I'll just make sure that you shoot me in the head multiple times. Maybe throw me in an incinerator after.
That's a little excessive. Was it hard?
They hurt, sure.
Okay. I fail.
You don't. With that advantage, though, I can say that you found the two identities that had logged onto that computer over the past over the recent times that it had been used. There were only two people that had used the terminal: a Shada Ordito and a Simon Garfield.
Okay. Good. So, is that relevant information? Like, can we determine from that whether this terminal would contain
So,
valuable information?
Yeah, probably, because Shada Ordito from previous logs was she the one that stayed behind when? Yeah, she.
Doesn't seem like you have much of an idea.
I'm scrolling back up. It's a long way up there.
Nose! What the fuck?
Sorry, I'm getting too into my roleplay.
Yeah, so Shada.
Oh, they're definitely not evil Sith Lord roleplay?
I'm just roleplaying Merkava, you know,
Oh.
for him because he's shy.
Shada
That's too
sent
spooky.
Yoko to Naboo. So she was for medical supplies. So Shada probably is someone in the medical establishment. So she probably has something to do with this.
What are you talking?
Sorry, do you know if Shada was someone in the medical establishment?
Yeah, I have explicit notes saying what she was.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
The Shada Ordito worked here. She was like, I think, the head of the lab. or very important. She was definitely, as you say, in the establishment. So, yeah.
Rage Against the Machine, people.
Yep.
Hey, Cedric wouldn't know that. So...
No. But would he then?
No, because he wasn't there at that time.
I thought he's supposed to be a genius.
He's really
What?
not.
True intelligence.
That's average.
Yeah. He's not a genius.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so what is there anything else on the terminal?
I mean, he didn't actually access it yet.
Okay.
You can try again, but you get the feeling that this term, if you enter the wrong password too many times, they'll send you a
Brute
strongly
force it
worded
like you
email.
did that one time, Marshall. I'm sure it'll work.
Yep.
You just gonna try pushing buttons? Hello?
You want me to just try to put buttons, guys?
It worked once.
Just
I don't
slam
see
'em.
why it doesn't work again.
Like, Cedric knows that pushing buttons does actually work, but Charles thinks it might be a bad idea. So, go for it.
I mean, worst that happens is the entire place melts down. What should I roll, buddy?
Nuclear self-destruct activated. Have a nice day.
Are you flipping Destiny or not?
Yeah, fuck it. Sure.
Okay. Just flip Destiny and I'll tell you what happens. You decided to do an opposite, because you've done this once before, and last time it didn't work, so you're going to start from the top this time. So you go 9999, 9998, 9997. Oh, access granted! And
What? That's amazing.
you have access to
That's incredible.
the only thing that's on here is an experiment history. Would you like to access it?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Well, it'll tell us if they were working on a cure here, and that'd be contextual evidence to support that. That's the cure. But that's a lot of failure.
All subjects failure and perished. Is there anything else in the computer besides an experiment history?
You can once again see the two people that were accessing it. You also can tell that Shada's permissions were deactivated about 1.5 years ago, but Simon's stayed on there.
I share this with the group.
They all failed. Unless there was, like, Experiment 9 that...
Charles,
Went
I'm in
bad.
level with you. If there was an Experiment 9, be on the fucking handout.
Well, it might not have been recorded.
These are litigious people, Charles.
That is true. And... What could... I don't know. That literally could be anything.
Perhaps more research is needed.
Yes.
Maybe you guys should turn on that generator.
I like basements.
Well, I mean, it's safe down there now, so...
I like
I mean, are you sure it's safe down there?
Oh, don't you do
The
this to me.
closer I get to the basement, the louder I can hear my new favorite
Charles, would you like to
revolving around communions?
Charles, would you like to let Chris know what happened the first time you killed some killed, quote unquote, some zombie?
Yeah, well, Merkava, you do know they come back to life, right? Like,
We need to incinerate
Reanimate.
this planet.
Mind blown.
like,
They don't come back to life the way we dealt with them.
What the
Only
fuck?
you hear that, Merkava.
What? No. The Sith.
Either way, we still need to get to the generator. Which is in the basement.
Okay, how about this? you can go and activate the generator, and we will stay, all three of us, that will stay up here, keep your back safe, make sure none of those scary zombies get through us.
I'm not going down there. You guys can deal with that, but we still need to...
Oh, so it's only when others place their life in danger that you're interested in activating the generator. I now understand.
Sweet Christ. Sorry, go throw the orb in the generator.
No.
I'll go. I start going.
I will rush off afterwards to follow.
I duel you.
I will not go and follow.
We have a lightsaber battle on the way.
Oh, so who's going down to the basement?
Sounds like
everyone.
All four of you?
Nope.
No, I think it's just me and Kasari.
That's one of those goofs.
Me and Kasari.
Okay. Alright, without further ado then, you two head downstairs, and there's still a lantern in the corner, and, you know, there's a smell of kind of fungus and a smell of almost like a bleach-like smell when you go down there. Charles, I don't think you like it. Like you particularly have a pretty distinctly negative reaction to being down here.
I don't like this. Let's do this quick.
Yeah, I start. So I go over to the generator.
You once again see a slot for kind of a battery or a slot for like an orb-shaped thing.
I put the orb in.
Okay, a cover comes up as you put the orb in, and it sucks it within the generator. After a few seconds, it rumbles and lights pop on underneath in the basement.
That is what I call a successful mission.
Should we check if this powers anything else?
We should probably do that by heading up where the power would be. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Okay.
So
I'm just gonna keep my eye as we leave on the room, just to check for any movement.
Seems pretty still as you leave the basement and close the door. Okay, so you have in front of you once more Operation Suite 1, Operation Suite 2, Sandy Davis's office, Simon Garfield's office, and Greg Monforth's office.
Let's try Simon's office. Have we been in the offices?
I think you've been in one of them. I can't remember which one. Do all four of you head into Simon's office?
Indeed.
I guess.
Oh, what's wrong, Slash?
I don't want to die.
Oh,
I mean, I would prefer to die rather than turn into one of those things. I should rephrase.
So, the office is pretty standard. There's an examination table on one of the walls. There's a desk with a terminal on it in the middle, a set of filing cabinets, and the desk has some drawers.
I'm gonna start looking through the drawers.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. Make a perception check. It's going to be a average perception check. Actually, it's going to be easy perception check.
It's alright.
You find 50 credits.
Store.
No. Fair enough.
We're now rich. We're objectively millionaires. So, what are we gonna do with this potion?
We need to find somewhere that actually tells us what the hell it is.
Yeah, I mean,
If it comes down to it, I'll chug it.
Well, no, don't drink the whole thing. We have 3 sick people.
What?
God damn it! This is
I'll take a third of it.
God. Immediately
anybody
just smashes it on the floor and drinks up what's on the floor. And he's like, I did what I needed to do. And then he runs off into the darkness.
Does anybody look at the computer in this room?
Sure, I will.
Okay, you see that it's password protected and belongs to Simon Garfield.
Yeah, fuck this. I walk away.
Actually,
That's
can
how
I
you
make a
wanna
medicine
look at
check
the
on the vial to see what it could possibly be? Like, looking at its container to see what its applications could be and stuff like that.
You know, now that I think about it, why don't these bastards label anything?
Yeah, those demons.
Why don't you make an easy knowledge lore check, Merkava? On the container, but in terms of the liquid inside, you lack any of the methods to ascertain what it could possibly do, other than the fact that you possibly would have the medical knowledge to know that it looks like some sort of fruit product.
Okay,
Or you can make
what's the difficulty of the check?
Easy knowledge lore check.
Is that 1 or 2? I can never keep this straight.
It's 1.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
Gosh, Chris, we've been doing this for like almost a year.
Yeah, I know, but the terminology is so, like, wonky for me. I don't know why. Either way, 3 success, 2 advantage.
Okay, so with the 3 success, you can tell that the vial looks alchemical rather than medical, and I will tell you your advantage in private.
The Emperor recognizes exactly what it is and tells you not to tell anyone to quickly chug it.
Drink it!
Tell them it was an ice fruit smoothie and let them die of their disease.
Tell them it's disgusting, so they'll never want it.
Chris, do you look at the terminal in the room after Kasari walks away from it?
Yeah, I'm, like, really bad.
Fuck this, I kicked the computer.
What's the difficulty to get in?
Easy. It's just your normal password protection.
Ooh.
Ooh! With that triumph.
What happened?
So, you can tell as you get in, by the way, that this is a very commonly used personal security mechanism in Nitrosane. Now, official computers are not going to use the same security mechanism, but for anybody's personal security, you can have an upgrade on your checks while you're in Nitrosane.
Okay.
And you get access to 3 logs.
Let's go with 1, 3, then 2 this time.
Very well, you crazy bastards. Marshall, are you ready to read?
We'll see, man. We'll see one day if I'm ready. Ms. Ordito seems to be engaged in some sort of medical research. She's asked me to prepare the operation suite for tests. I cleared out all the operational tools, beds, tanks, and anything that could have possibly gotten in the way, and did a little bit of cleaning. We kept the suite not quite clean, of course, but there were a few corners that benefited from a little scrubbing. Then I was asked to prepare a few glass cages for some of the animals down in the mine, which I also obtained from the dug down there. Loud noises were echoing from the mines, but I was told it was nothing, just creaking pipes. From my experience with biology, there's no way that wasn't a creature of some sort, but it is not my place to question the dug of the mines. And that is the end.
Is it the end? Are you sure?
There's
you said 3 next, right,
even
Chris?
an end quote. I'm not crazy.
That's log 3. Marshall.
I know.
Yeah,
Ms.
okay.
I was told these experiments would be to find some cure for the Teutonic plague that broke out during the Second Grand Old War. The substance Ms. Ordito seems to be testing is the remains of what appears to be a sort of plant. It is difficult to ascertain what the plant was, as the substance Ms. Ordito brings into the lab is either a clipping of some sort or liquid extract. So far, the testing has been rather poor. We have tried a number of specimens, and they have died within days of application. Symptoms commonly include tiredness and a rash that spreads extremely quickly, even after death. Additionally, the specimen's bodily fluids and skin turn a pale white or gray color. In testing, it reveals the acid count is high. One of the tests involved testing 3 specimens of the same age. After a few hours, they had synchronized movement. They died faster than the others. This substance has unusual effects, but it has, as of yet, it has produced no progress towards tackling the plague. But Ms. Ordito doesn't seem too deterred. I'm starting to think that blue liquid is the sickness.
Don't drink that.
There's log 2 because you're a crazy bastard, and one after log 3.
Can we stop doing that, man? It's kind of hard to keep all this straight.
Maybe you should hack the terminal.
I don't know how to hack terminals. I do the reading.
Fair. Actually, you do the reading. The next one you get to pick, but I'll alternate.
After sorting out the suite to be used for experiments, it seems Ms. Ordito is waiting on something. In the meantime, I have been treating some patients from the mines with weird injuries. Few weeks back, one of the shafts had a collapse, or so I'm told, and a few of the miners were injured. However, they had visible signs of bite marks all over their body, which is very strange for a mining accident. I reported this to the Health Authority and was told to ignore it, which is standard fare for them. Oh, not fair for them. But when I talked to my friends down in the sewers, and even they wouldn't tell me anything. I have no clue what is being covered up here. If something is loose downstairs, we need to deal with it.
You know, I feel as though you said that not to drink the liquid, but and here's my suggestion of possibilities.
We should definitely drink the liquid.
No, do you think that this new liquid was possibly a cure for whatever they accidentally caused previously?
Oh, and the cure was worse than the disease?
No. That they never had a chance to apply it because they died or something. Why was the vial just lying around?
If it is a cure for that disease, then that's no use for us because we don't have that disease. Like, I don't think we have the quote-unquote plague she was referring to.
No, I'm not talking about the plague. I'm talking about the whatever we currently have right now. Do you think that at one point they tried to cure it, but they could not apply it?
Maybe, but I seem suspicious that Ms. Ordito wants to cure it. She created it. And
How dare you cast such aspersions on Miss Ordito?
Okay.
I have a feeling that this was not the end goal of Miss Ordito.
I am almost certain it was.
Why would she gain?
Psychopaths don't need to gain anything from destroying the world. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
I think you have a very black and white view of the way the world works.
Merkava, you hear? She knows me.
There is absolutely no incentive for her to create this weird hive mind plague. Now, she clearly had an ulterior motive.
Some men don't want anything logical, like money.
Well, you can all ascertain logically that if you wanted to learn more about Miss Ordito, there might be more here in the clinic.
Yes, let's do it! Has anyone gotten the Dark Knight references? No? Okay.
So which of those, the next two offices, do you want to go to? Sandy or Greg? Charles, it's your decision.
Greg.
Let's go to Cindy's office.
Oh, fuck you.
Sandy's, okay.
Yeah.
Office looks pretty much the same as, yeah, pretty much the same as the other offices. There's filing cabinets, drawers, desk with a terminal, and an examination table.
I'm trying to look through the filing cabinets.
I'm gonna go slap my dick on the terminal.
Okay. As you prop up the terminal, you find some personal security.
Oh boy.
Did you say you were gonna look through the filing cabinets, or did you ask if anyone had?
Yeah, I asked if anyone has.
No, we haven't yet.
I remember you get an upgrade on the check.
I guess I'll look through the filing cabinets.
Easy perception check.
I'll go through the drawer.
Easy perception check. Whose mic is making that noise?
Not mine.
Okay, I'll stop that. Chris, you get in and recover 4 strain.
Oh.
And you gain access to... 1 second. You get access to 3 logs. Marshall, what order do you want them in? Ooh, Charles, ouch.
This is crazy, I know. Like, this is... I'm a goddamn insane person, but I want to get the logs in order 1, 2, and 3.
Holy shit.
I know.
What, dude? You need to get off the cocaine. That's crazy talk.
So unless you find 300 credits, and you also find some records of Sandy actually giving Greg a checkup.
Oh.
Cedric, you find nothing. However, it's a very soothing experience for you in your recover 2 strength.
Ooh.
Okay, so here's the first
Cedric
one.
longs for office work.
Yeah, I mean, after losing 3 limbs, you need a day job.
Well, I never. Wait, does it say who these logs are from? You said that, right?
Sandy Davis. And there are actually 4.
Oh, there's 4.
Yeah.
Ah, damn. So many logs. I
Do
love
you want
it.
them in a different order?
No.
Okay.
Well, I never. I've worked at this clinic for over 20 years and had nothing but good feedback from the health authority. On 3 occasions, I served as the leading medic on a planet-wide crisis, whether it be a plague or a growing health decline in one of the districts. Not to mention, I spent many of my younger years on the front lines treating soldiers injured during the wars with the other tribes. I was the head doctor here for at least 8 years, and I was under the impression that it was a position I would hold until I chose otherwise. Not once in those years did I miss my report to the health authority, and I always clued them in earlier than report time to growing issues that they might want to react to. Tay-Sun, who I'm pretty convinced hold all the strings that control the politicians in charge of the medical sector in the city, have always had good dealings with me. I bought all of their prosthetics, all of their prosthetic rejection drugs, and made sure only to buy Colto from them or Circa. But only a few days ago, I was replaced with a mere "we wanted to go in a different direction" as an explanation. In comes this mysterious woman from another planet. Seems human. It's hard to tell. She stays under a hood for the most part, which is suspicious enough, and barely tells me anything. She closed down the second operation suite within days of coming in, already hunting our efficiency. Not only that, she also... Hurting or hunting, depending on how you feel. Not only that, she also refuses to do any consultation on most days, either locking herself up in her office or locking herself in the old operation suite.
Seems perfectly normal to me.
Yeah, totally not an evil villain. Next.
Log 2.
Had a meeting with Feralda from Tay-San, which I hate doing because they like their back alley motif, and I like to consider myself an upstanding grand citizen of this fine city. Still, I need to have a word with someone within the company to at least try and get some idea of what's going on. She told me they were involved with a new girl, then that order came from Zerka, but that all she knew, and most of the other information was way above her pay grade. Fair enough, but that didn't get me very far. It's probably time to let it go. I don't need politics in my life anymore. I'm too old for that, so maybe it's time to get on with my job and get on with my life. Get busy living or get busy dying. Next.
Why not
Log
both?
3.
Well, the new girl is gone. She lasted 4 weeks. I don't for the life of me understand what they wanted to accomplish by replacing me for 4 weeks, but I suppose I'm glad I don't have somebody I resent working next to me 5 days a week. An official from the health authority stopped by after she left and offered me my old job back, but I refused. It's time to move on, and I don't need a position that requires me to deal with all the external elements that are necessary in a role of power and authority. An interesting thing, though, after I refused, they hired one of the Dougs from the lower city to replace her, which is nice to see, since he seems highly intelligent, and the Dougs down there are fine people who don't get the opportunities they deserve.
Log 4.
Greg Monforth, the new head doctor, had broken an old tradition in over 10 years of the person who had held that position has been here every single day. Not a single missed day of work in all that time. Greg has called in sick a few times already in his first 3 weeks, and it seems like the big city life is getting to him already, complaining of migraines and being pretty forgetful when he's able to come into the office. Perhaps my early judgment of Greg was premature. Okay, I have a
Greg is down with the sickness.
I have a crazy theory.
Oh, before you go on the theory, Putty, what does the checkup that I got read about?
Similar things to that last log: headaches, migraines. It seems to write in the report that it was really sudden, and that she wanted to run some tests in a follow-up, but the follow-up is nowhere on the records.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Marshall?
Crazy theory, go.
Well, it's actually not that crazy. It's mainly just an expansion of what I was saying. I think that the doctor came in, or Dito came in for 4 weeks. She was made the head doctor mysteriously, and then was just as quickly gone. I think that, I mean, she was definitely here to create the sickness, and then once she was done, she got off the planet before everything went to hell.
Seems about right.
Are there any other rooms that had computers we couldn't access before?
Well, there is still Greg's office.
Still
that has a
Greg's
computer.
office.
Oh boy, let's go see what Greg is like.
I'm sure Greg's
Okay.
really nice.
It's the same office you've been looking at. However, there is a potted plant in the corner.
Aww, aw.
You've been in this office before.
I know, but every time I see it, it makes me smile.
And so, Merkava, do you head over to the terminal?
Yeah.
Personal security, easy check. You can upgrade your check.
I guess I'll look through the filing cabinet again.
And I'll look through the desk drawer.
And I'll weirdly
perception
read the computer
checks.
terminal out because Merkava can't read.
I mean, he is a Sith Lord, right?
Yep.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Both of you together, you both like look at each other as you're looking and realize that you're both finding really weird parts. Seemingly, whoever worked here recently was some sort of mechanic. And when you get them all out and put them together, Merkava, you think you could make a weapon attachment. So you can make a mod. You could mod an attachment with these parts.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
That killed humans.
For free.
Well, so what do the logs say?
Did you make the check? I didn't see.
Yeah, it's the
you
top
get
one.
One success and 4 advantage. Yes. So not only did you make the check, but you also notice as you're getting into it that this terminal was used by multiple people. It was used by Greg, and there are also still some remaining logs from a Shada or Dito. There are also, you can tell from your advantage, there are some hidden logs that you couldn't get into just by cracking the personal security.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh.
Would
We
you
need
like
to
to
go
start?
deeper.
Let's
Would you
start
like
with
to
the
start
normal logs.
Public ones, yeah. So it's Chris's turn. You have 3 logs from Shada and 1 log from Greg.
Let's go with Greg's
What would you
log
like?
first.
I will genocide
Oh, actually, you know what? No. Let's go with one of Shada's, then one of Greg's.
Which one of Shada's?
You read them then,
Okay.
asshole.
No, okay, fine. We'll start with Greg's.
Which one of? Oh, Greg only has 1.
Greg only has one.
There you go.
I'm just slowly killing Marshall.
It feels good to finally make it to the inner city. They tell you down in the sewers that you're doing all that work to one day earn your way to the big time. And he does jazz hands when he says that. So many of us down there start to lose hope. Yeah. But here I am. I got my head down, read the books, and did my time, always keeping my nose clean. Then one day, they need a new head doctor at the inner city clinic, and I'm the best dug for the job. I have to say, though, ever since I made it up here, I have had a constant headache. Maybe it's the sunlight. It's gotten pretty bad some nights, but luckily, I have access to quite a few remedies. Once it dies down, I might redecorate the office, make it my own. We'll leave that plant in the corner. It's rather pretty, and I don't want to clear out everything the previous owner left me. It's not precious. What if the plant is the seed for the disease?
Oh
wait, wait, no, he was already sick before he came here. Never mind.
Well, ever since I've been here.
Huh?
It says ever since I've been here.
Oh, it's the plant! It's the plant!
It's the plant!
We all point at the plant!
Everyone get their lightsabers and point at the plant.
Yeah, Slash, get your lightsaber and point at the plant.
Slash begins to really hate this anti-Jedi attitude agenda going on by Merkava.
Alright.
Do you want the other 3 logs in an order that won't kill Marshall?
No, I'll pity him. 1, 2, and then 1. And then 2.
Log 1!
Day 1 on Malastair.
Top of this, which is the base of the mountain now, there's an entrance
Yes.
that goes in, and that's how the dungeon starts. This big wide
What
open
is
layer
on day
that goes
1 of
down, down,
Alistair,
down.
Marshall?
We may
Sorry, he's having a stroke.
Sorry, I had Twitch on a channel that wasn't streaming, and all of a sudden they just started broadcasting, and I was wondering what the fuck I was at. I turned it off, but it was like, I was like, is that coming through the jukebox? What is that? Anyway, day 1 on Malastair. It's not too bad. They gave me a nice house. They gave me a nice house near the Solsters. Have we heard that term before?
Solicitors?
Oh, so yes, solicitors in the inner city. Though I imagine I won't be there too long. I wouldn't mind though. It's the only place in the city with some garden space, so I might grow a few of my dandelions out there. Who grows dandelions? Okay, anyway, at work
Serial killer.
Oh, medieval person.
I walked in and got made head doctor immediately. So everything seems to be in place there. Seems I was told the truth when it came to this operation, which is good. Time to settle down, act normal, put that old medical knowledge to use and make myself look like a normal doctor, and then to work on why I'm actually here.
Write that down in a personal log.
You know,
Log
thank
2.
God we actually did them in order this time.
Some nice people here, I have to say. The Gran are generous and tend to smile at you on the street, a far cry from the most of the planets in this part of the galaxy. Still, it's a trait of a people who trust too easily, probably why we can do something like this without many of them noticing. They're not all so oblivious, though. A few of the suits from Tayson came by my place after hours last week, wanted to have a word about the medical supply chain. Far be it from me to get in the way of corruption while I'm here. That's not my job, so I told them as such. Seemed to satisfy them, but I worry they might look a little too close. Try and get some dirt and figure out something. Subtlety is the key. I will have to leave sooner than perhaps first thought. It's a shame, too. I thought Zin and Helda may be able to visit soon. That's probably too risky now.
Log 3!
It seems to have lost my... I seem to have lost my pass to the upper city. How careless of me. I'm sure I had it when I left the office the other day, and I can't think of where I would have lost it. I did trip near the gate the other day. Could it have fallen out then?
The great.
The great, the gate, they're both the same word. Well, if my searches continue to come up empty, I can always talk to the bigger wigs at Zerka or Tayson. I'm sure they have a pass.
Get access to Cinelogs, Merkava.
The hidden logs.
If you are,
yeah.
it's going to be an average check. You also, we haven't used any destinies there, so I'll just remind you of how much you have. It's quite a bit.
You know what? Sure. I'll. You said simple check?
No, average.
Oh, average. My bad. Average, simple.
Why would you use Destiny on a simple check?
Boom! It worked out.
Excellent. So, you have access to... Actually, they're not logs. They are conversation records. There are 4 of them.
Oh god, there's gonna be dick pics.
Marshall, it is your turn to pick. Would you like them in chronological order?
Oh, that would be great, yeah.
Conversation 1.
Redacted. Are you in position? I am. Good. Do you have access to any official shipping channels? No, but I have made contact with some in the access zone who can get something in. That won't do. You'll be dealing with sensitive material here, remember. We need a paper trail that we can track and then destroy. Very well, then you will need to get me into the upper city. It is being arranged. In the meantime, I will attempt to have the project gotten to you through our own channels. Isn't that usually our job? Yes, but I will not involve your brother and sister in this matter. They are busy already. Perhaps some of the Mandalorians will be of use here. At a time like this? Malastare isn't Republic, but it's damn close, and the Mando scare is real in these parts. They have some subtlety, contrary to popular belief. I will believe it when I see it.
I don't like this.
Conversation 2.
I have the project. Excellent. It took time to convince Dreer there was value in this. So what exactly is it you want me to do? Dreer's experiments with this have proven dangerous. I feel there is value to be found in giving such a substance to someone with a mind like yours. You want me to make a weapon out of it then? I'm offended, by the way. How one-dimensional of you. There are many possibilities with a substance like this. None of this business has anything to do with getting the 3 out of Drummond costs. I'll never lie to you or Dito. The political climate was clearly getting to you. Right. The 3 of us out of Drummond costs.
Conversation 3.
What is the progress of S? It's contagious. Would spread to this entire city in under a day. That was fast. I don't know what Dreer was doing with the thing. It's obvious. He took a different approach. Immortality? We're not all as lucky as your family. Seemingly so. There's not much left to do with this stuff, if I'm being honest. An antidote? Why? Collateral damage. An unfortunate and unavoidable consequence of good biology. I'm sending Zinzalin to help. Fine. I'll try a little side project I've been working on. So they did make an antidote, it seems. It probably is.
And it might be that purple vial.
No one ever said that it might not be the purple vial.
Conversation 4.
You guys straight up said that we shouldn't drink
We said
the
that there
purple
was
vial.
like, we shouldn't drink things we don't know what they are. We should investigate.
I don't know,
first.
man. I think that we should definitely drink things that we don't know what they are.
Bringing Helda, Zinzalin says. Wasn't she busy with that gang? They won't miss her for a few days. It's going well. That gang. Wait, never mind. I don't know what that means.
I was impressed for a second.
Okay, so just to clear up, Zinzalin's the evil Sith boy, right? Right?
Who are you talking to?
I'm just saying out loud.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I start shaking Cedric, right?
I
I believe so.
know. I genuinely don't know anymore, Puddy. Ah, Puddy.
I'm talking to you.
I don't-
Stop talking to this is Putty. I don't even Putty. There's no Putty here. I slap him.
I don't know. When I talked to him, he didn't seem like a
Get a
Sith.
fucking grip. Yeah, but his name was Zinzalin.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, that's all I wanted to
His name
know.
wasn't.
Okay, he's definitely a Sith. He comes from Droman Kos. He also uses red lightsabers and is a Darksider. There are only so many signs.
How do you know he's a Darksider?
I felt it. And he basically told me when I met him. Like, he was very open about it. There was no... He was very clear that, hey, yeah, you're a Jedi. I'm the opposite of a Jedi. Like, we had a conversation
I
about
think
it.
that Kasari is very judgmental of people.
Yeah, that is true.
Not quite intolerant, if you ask me.
No, I'm incredibly intolerant towards Sith Lords. I treat them with extreme prejudice.
Is there a reason why?
They corrupt everything. They destroy life. They destroy the Force.
I mean... okay. I mean, life is... death is natural.
Not when it's brought about by a Sith regime.
I mean, are the Jedi really that much better?
Yes, objectively so.
I disagree.
You disagree. You're traveling with a bunch of Jedi. Do you think we commit genocide? If so, I question your morals.
No, but you did wage a war against the Mandalorians.
The Mandalorians were destroying the galaxy. They were genociding planets full of innocent people.
Sure.
Okay. I'm glad we sorted that out. Now that we had enough comments from the peanut gallery.
Wow. And Charles said that Sless was not important. Now you call him the peanut gallery.
I'm not saying he's not important. He just keeps commenting.
Is Sless the laugh track of this party?
Look, no. Look.
Yeah.
Look, when Sless talks about genociding the Wookiees, I don't talk about it because that's his wheelhouse, okay?
Sless has never claimed that we need to genocide the Wookiees.
Fine, hunt them slowly.
I
But
think you'll find in one of his scholarly articles that Sless kind of made that argument.
anyway,
Maybe indirectly, but never directly.
That's the way it starts.
yeah, no, it literally
does.
is.
Plus, if we genocide the Wookiees, then how are we going to have a reliable hunting resource
Unless
for the
you're
Trandoshans?
unless you're Hitler, in which case it starts with you literally explicitly writing that you're going to genocide the Wookiees in your first book.
My hunt.
Yeah, my hunt. I'm gonna die. Okay.
After reading this, Merkava looks very concerned.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so
Yeah, this ain't good.
So it seems pretty likely that I think that you're right about the what's his name? The I forget what his name was. Greg.
Oh my god, you guys are morons.
I thought you were talking
If you knew what it is, Chris, say it. If you don't, then you're a moron too. Anyway, I'm just anyway. So Greg.
Okay.
Greg, I think he was the origin of the disease, right? Which means supports that maybe that blue vial is probably just a cure, or at the very least is probably not the disease, because I think Greg was the source of the disease. He was the patient zero, as it were.
Yeah.
You guys remember Corellia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys remember the girl with the lightsaber?
Yeah, that was that was Zinzalin's sister. He told me that too.
Helda.
Zinzalin's sister.
Helda?
I'm thinking Helda is her. Yeah, bringing Helda.
Yeah.
It's either Helda or Shada. Because Shada is also.
I don't think they
sister.
I don't think they would let that little girl work as the head of a medical facility.
That's very true. So Helda.
I think Shada is a full-grown woman.
Yeah, that is also true.
So.
That would be funny though. It's like it's like a 13-year-old girl's like, I want to run the place, and they're like, okay, sure, why not? Why not? Let's fire the qualified doctor.
I could understand why she was pissed.
Yeah, it's like, I'm working. I feel like in the log we would have read that I'm working for a 14-year-old girl. She's always asking me to help do her hair.
Then there's
She hasn't even gone to medical school.
Well, then you've also got Dre. Dre? Is that how you...
What are you saying?
Dreer? Dreer.
Oh man,
Dreer,
that
what-
British accent just destroys certain syllables.
Not the British accent.
No, it's just me.
All
but,
British accents do. They're all
yeah.
terrible.
Yep.
Don't worry,
Like,
Putty.
They're not as good as the freedom accent, right,
don't
Marshall?
worry, don't worry, Putty. You don't have it. You have a weird one. It's called the Putty accent. It's like a mixture of like, it's a mixture of like,
Definitely transatlantic.
it's like Gaulish Celtic with a little bit of little bit of Italian in there.
What do you mean now?
Okay. So
Yeah, so him, we can pretty, well, at least I see him as a Mandalorian of some form.
I think he's a Sith.
I think he's a
Everybody's a Sith.
Mandalorian.
No, well,
Very careful not to blow up any planets. If you suspect that he's a Mandalorian, we wouldn't want any genocides happening.
excellent. It took time to convince Dreer there was value in this. Yeah, no, I think. They're definitely using the Mandalorians because they don't talk about the Mandalorians as if they're members of their sort of group. They talk about them like they're a tool, you know. At least that's what it seems to me when they say, "Oh, where was that?" That was let's see.
Yeah, but when talking about Drew, he sounds like a member of the group. He doesn't sound like a tool. So I think he was one.
It took time to convince him, but like.
Yeah, there it is. At a time like this, Malastare isn't Republic, but it's Manoscare.
Just above.
Your
brother,
brother, your brother, and your sister. Perhaps some of the Mandalorians will be of use here. Who's redacted? S. What is the progress of S? That must be the name of the. Yeah, that's the name of the contagion. I think, yeah, oh man, can we find out who Redacted is? Is there a way to hack this computer for that information?
There is a way to find out who Redacted is, but it's not hacking this computer.
It's hacking another computer.
Well, you basically already told us. Might as well tell us the rest. How is it? No.
I don't need to tell you. The people who need to know already know.
You sons of bitches. Just tell me.
I mean, I don't know.
Literally, I think you and Cedric know. He said people, not person.
Nope, I know. I admit it. Sless is an evil Sith Lord. Well aware of all the...
Well, I wasn't expecting this so early. Let me get the battle music 1 second.
Oh, no.
You watch as 3 weird people in black and white robes appear in the room, and Celeste draws 2 red lightsabers.
And then out of nowhere, Revan busts through a wall and he says, I've been going undercover this whole time. And then we have a giant battle, 4v4. I want that to be the conclusion of the campaign.
Dude, I want that to happen in a campaign sometimes. Like, you know, screw it. You guys want to jump to the end? Fine. Boom, everybody's here.
Okay. So what's the plan of action right now?
Do a little dance.
Make a little love.
Get down tonight?
Alright.
Just generally,
what do I have to roll to dance well?
Well, I tell you what, it is an hour and a half into the session, so you guys can come up with a plan of action while you pee. Back in 5 minutes.
Or I could go and find something to eat to not die of starvation.
Sure, but make sure you go pee because we're not stopping until the end of the session.
I already go to the bathroom at random intervals during your session.
Oh, that's fun to hear.
Alright. Marshall.
I'll be right back.
I'm not holding it for you.
Marshall, how are we going to figure out who Redacted is? Because we've already gotten all the terminals here.
We'll have to kill them.
Oh, I guess. I don't think that's really an option. Oops.
It seems like an option to me. I don't know. It sounded like he said one of us already knows who Redacted is.
Yeah, and who's the secret master here?
Has Dreer ever come up before? Dreer!
No.
Wait. Wasn't there... Remember way back in the first episode, or the first couple episodes, when there was that vault, right, on Corellia?
Dude.
Wasn't there a guy there that we found about? There was a dude, right?
Dude, I think you're right.
I'm having trouble remembering, but I feel like there was, and there was Mandalorian armor there, special custom armor.
Yes.
Did it say
Was
a name
that-
on it?
No, I don't think it did.
Shit. Okay, hold on.
Okay, now the rest of this episode is just us going back through previous episodes, trying to figure out this thing.
It's
That
our
would be-
beach episode.
I mean, I had a dungeon prepped for today, but if you guys want to do that, then you're free.
Nah, I'm gonna go back through everything anyway now. Like, so, Jesus Christ. So what are we doing now?
I'm back.
Okay, so everyone's back, so we will resume. What are you guys doing now?
Well, putting a thought while we were going on our apparent bathroom breaks. Look,
Have we?
if anyone wants to vote for taking a sip of the vial, I'm always down for it.
I will take it.
If anyone wants to observe the potted plant in the room, see if our
Oh, God, I
suspicions
forgot
of it
about
being
that.
Did we
evil.
see
You
any?
guys have already observed potted plant last time you were here. You could Merkava figured out that it was a type of orchid, but couldn't figure out its exact origin.
Remember that time we found orchids that were deadly? That was weird.
Wait, when?
Didn't we find out chopped up orchid parts that could be made into a poison? Am I completely making this up? That definitely happened, right?
You found chopped up orchid parts in the operations suite. I don't recall being them. Oh, one of the potential uses of this family of orchids was to make a poison, but it was also to make like medical
Yeah. Okay.
pain relieving stuff. So
Yeah.
I was.
you latched onto that poison part really quickly there.
Well,
So
our theory is that it's killing people. That was the plant. The plant. We all pointed it. Anyway,
I think definitely the plant is the most probable cause.
no. Well, maybe.
Then why are you still in the room with it?
They're all sick already.
I suplex the plant.
Roll
Don't
an
do
athletics-
that.
Opposed athletics check. It's gonna be. a
Oh,
simple
never
check.
mind, I fail.
It's a simple check.
You probably
Okay.
still fail.
Don't actually suplex the plant, please.
Yes!
So you watch as Merkava squats down and wraps his hands around this orchid and just lifts it out of the earth. What do you want to do with it?
Oh, I guess I'll set it back down. I didn't expect to get this far.
Oh, okay. He sets it back down. Seems a little miffed. Merkava, make a hard resilience check.
Actually, what the hell is my resilience?
Bad.
Oh, did I strain my back or something?
Oh no.
No, you got way too close to that plant.
Oh no, I upped my resilience. I'm flipping Destiny on this just in case.
Proved.
Damn it.
Ooh. I will PM you.
When the memes go too far.
Also, Slash,
Should I have
remember
what?
that. Remember, you have the sickness stage one, so you
I
have
know.
2 set back on every check. I'm not sure if you'd be rolling it.
Oh shit, I have not been rolling yet, I'm sorry.
Guys, I think we should destroy this plant.
By the way, Chris, you said when the memes go too far, but you literally did not have to roll that athletics check.
I mean, Potty assigned it a role, so I felt obligated.
Okay.
So
By the way, we should super not trust this plant.
yeah, 100%.
Anyway,
Anyone got any grenades?
so we're all eating the plant, right?
No, what?
I'm just saying that's what's happening.
You go first, though. We want to make sure, youngest, and then it goes to second youngest, and then third youngest, and then oldest.
Gotcha. I'm on board.
Right, so what's going on here?
We're eating the plant. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway.
Eating the plant.
No,
You get the
That's what we're
sickness
doing.
stage 4.
so I think we should look for vials to measure out the cure, the thing we think is the cure, so we can measure it out exactly, an even distribution between 3 different parts.
Yep.
Do you do that?
Well, are there? Yeah, I mean, we look for
Actually,
vials
you know-
first. Are there good measuring vials?
Right, that's
Can
what I
we
was
get out
asking
of-
if you were looking for them.
Can we get out of Greg's office?
Yeah. We probably want to go into one of the
Whoever is
bays.
looking for the vials, make a daunting perception check. And I only want it to be one person, however, you can and be helped.
Oh, so who has the highest perception?
I have 2 skill.
I have 3 skill.
I have 4 dice and 1 skill.
Well, you can help me, Chris, and give me an
I'll help.
extra.
It's
And
daunting.
daunting is 4, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Destiny as well, so 1 challenge and 3 difficulty.
Okay.
Hey, what was that one thing that kept crashing the dice roller?
I failed.
Putting everything together without spaces.
Oh, okay.
So you find 3 containers, but no measure.
Hmm.
They look clean though.
Well, that's good. Means they probably don't have, like, AIDS or something.
One of them might have AIDS. You kind of see a bit of AIDS, but you can clean the AIDS off.
But can you really clean AIDS?
You can get most of the way
I
there.
say that
Yeah, there's no most of the way for AIDS.
There is. Trust me. As a
Yeah,
man with 4 variants of AIDS.
With AIDS, it's pretty safe, but Ebola, there is no most of the way. You just want to gas that place.
Confirmed.
Can't confirm. Has done.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. So
Never will go again.
so
Bought the t-shirt.
so you said that vials would be in the attic?
What? No.
Oh.
Does this place even have an attic?
no,
That's kind of
I
the
have
house.
We have-
3 vials.
Oh, great.
We don't have a measure.
That's a son of a bitch. Looks like there's nothing to do then. You'll just have to all
We
die.
can eyeball it.
Nope. That's too hard.
I do like eyeballing.
I'll drink it all to be safe,
Wait.
and I'll remember
No,
you.
wait. Since when did we decide that this is a definite cure? Like,
Oh,
just
we have no idea.
double-checking.
We have no idea.
No idea. It's
One
a
of you should
calculated
probably
risk.
drink it first, and whoever values their life the least will be that person.
Okay, I think we should draw straws
Okay.
between the 3 of us.
So how about
Like, I'll take it.
about who? Well,
Like,
okay.
Cedric is openly willing to take it.
Oh, I injected into Cedric.
No, stop it.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a good
That's
wait,
the
wait,
other
wait,
thing.
wait. That's a good point. How do we know if this needs to
How-
be put in through the blood or through the or orally? Because it won't affect us if it's supposed to be one or the other. You know, most things need to be put in the way they're designed.
You know, maybe if we get this off planet.
Chris, have a look. Can we go back to the terminal in the first room and have a look through that? Now you've got the upgrade, because it might be on there. Because that's the only logs we have not checked.
Sorry, what did you say, Cedric? Did you say something that was relevant to me?
Yeah. Merkava, go and look at the very first terminal that we tried to access.
Okay.
What is the very first terminal that you tried to access?
That was the one in the room they found me in, I believe.
There wasn't one in the room.
Oh no, it was where we first started.
That's the room they found you in.
I'm sure you said there was a terminal in there.
There's a terminal in all of the rooms other than that one. The first terminals you accessed were in the reception.
Starting today's episode.
They
was-
started in Operation Suite 2.
What
there
we'll
is
do
that-
Yeah,
is we'll
that
have one person ingest and we'll have one person inject.
You know, just thinking, it would probably be kept in a syringe, not a vial, if it was meant to be injected.
Not necessarily.
no.
That's not how they keep a lot of different things. They keep it in a vial until it's ready to be. Like
Yep.
the only thing I can think of that comes preloaded into syringes is the flu vaccine, and that's just because they mass produce it so much. A lot of I don't know. I don't know, man. It's risky.
I mean,
It never made any reference to.
It never made any reference to it
Either.
at all. So yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, so
I love this so much.
It could just not be the vaccine at all, as well, guys.
No.
I think-
There's still option B, which is this is the disease, and it will kill whoever drinks it, or at least advance their symptoms badly.
So,
So it's
What
Russian
have we-
roulette without a gun.
yes.
There's kind of like 6 options here.
I feel like Putty's just sitting back and loving
Is
this,
there
that we're venting
anywhere
our
that
own
we've not-
conflict.
I'm sure there was
Oh, yeah.
one. Sure, there was one place that Chris tried to access at the very start of this episode, but didn't get in.
Yeah, and then Kasari lucked into it.
Oh, then Kasari lucked into it, but she didn't get the. She got something.
So I
but not
just
all
thought
of it.
I just thought about it, and if it is the cure, it probably is injected through the blood. I can't think of many cures that aren't. You know, I feel like that's the
Yeah, that
safest.
aren't, like,
that's the
tablet form.
safest assumption. If this were fantasy world, it'd be a potion, but it's not a potion. It's a cure.
Yeah.
If it is a cure, we're still, you know. But if it is a cure, I think it's most likely that it would be injected through the blood. Can we all agree on that? That's.
I will also think that it does seem pretty likely, considering that the virus or whatever disease we have was clearly not ingested by anyone, so it doesn't make sense for the cure to also not to be ingested.
I have a feeling that virus is airborne, because how would it spread so fast amongst the entire population if it wasn't? I don't know. Something, right? Because they were confident it would spread across the entire planet in a single day, and I can't think of much other than airborne that could do that.
Airborne. I got bit. So that's.
Yeah, but biting I think would take
It
longer
could
than
be in
that.
traces of water
Types
too.
But maybe
Water.
there's... Maybe if you investigated the city somewhere, you might find some places.
It's too hard. He's got a point. We could investigate the upper city. There are
We could-
places here.
Yeah.
Screw it. Who wants to investigate?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Yeah.
I've not actually been outside yet for literally like.
You have. You've been outside longer than these guys have.
You guys do remember when we went
No,
outside,
but
there was
when I was
hordes-
outside, I was on
Guys,
Yes.
when we were outside, there were literally 2 hordes of zombies
But that
on
was-
each side.
That was around the back, though. You haven't seen the front. There's the front door.
Of course.
Is
front
the front
has
door
6
like a
swords.
glass pane so we can see outside, or is it
There
like?
are no windows. I mean, this is Jedi
Oh.
territory.
Damn it, Windows. Yeah, we could have a peek out the front door.
You have so you try to peek outside without being noticed by anything.
Yeah.
All right, roll a hard stealth check.
Oh, this is gonna go really badly. That
Okay.
actually didn't go as badly as I thought.
So you peek to the right and see a group around there, and once you do peek out, they look at you and go, but they don't seem to move towards you. You peek to the left and you see a group all the way out here. They go, but they don't seem to move towards you. And finally, peek straight ahead and you see a group down here, and they go, they don't seem to move towards you.
I
But otherwise,
slowly-
it's a lot clearer than the. Well, you don't know this because you didn't go out back. But if
Yeah.
you relayed the information, the group could conclude that it's a little bit more clear than the back was.
I'm going to
Oh, yeah,
slowly peek
a
back
little
and
bit
tell
more
everybody.
By the way, you know that garden, the grass or whatever that we probably saw when we entered? That on the map looks like a sludge wasteland. I'm assuming that Shada's home is one of those two buildings because she mentioned explicitly that it's one of the few places
Yeah.
with a garden.
Shit.
So we-
Yeah, nice catch.
So we might want to go
actually,
out there.
you know what, Potty? Just thinking real quick.
I mean, what's
can I make
this
a-
though? But go on.
But can I make a medicine check on the vial to see if there's any indication whether that it's meant to be like loaded into an injector, or if it's literally just like a screw top that you just pop and drink?
Yeah, sure.
Would that be
Easy
medicine,
check. An
or-
easy medicine check, sure. I mean, you made one earlier, but you can look a little deeper at it.
okay? My medicine is okay.
Well, like I said earlier, you can definitely tell that it's, alchemical.
Okay.
And it's
You
not
know-
necessarily a medical product.
Yeah,
Guys,
that's a good
it-
point.
if it's not a medical product, we probably shouldn't inject this.
Into our eyes.
No, okay, especially not there. But the word alchemical is like old, so maybe it is literally a potion. I think it's literally a potion, guys.
Well, that makes shit even weirder then.
Oh, by the way, Cedric, I forgot to mention, as you peek your head out the door, you feel a dark presence, a very dark presence coming from this building, and you feel drawn to it.
Which building, sorry?
This building.
That's where the Hive Queen lives. Don't go, Cedric.
Oh my god, what if it is?
Guys,
You
I
also,
really
after
want to
a
go that
little-
way, you know?
After a little while, you notice the group that was hanging out here start to move in this direction, leaving it pretty clear, this road.
Did you just say something, Cedric?
Yeah, I don't know. There's something over in one of those buildings, and the creatures are starting to move away from it.
What's
Well,
It's one of the big buildings.
it? Okay.
is there a specific reason why? I mean,
I
Do
guess,
you-
I guess we
if
can
there
go over.
is, yeah, I mean, if
I mean,
it's
there's probably a lot of
unguarded by
different
those
content
creatures, then it's
Fuck it,
probably.
let's do it. We start.
Slash, did you peek outside too, Slash?
No, I have not yet.
Okay.
I did. As far as I know, Cedric peeked outside, and I'm suggesting that right now I'm suggesting that we could possibly go outside and investigate that building that Cedric really wants, and then we can go over to that grass field we saw earlier around the back, and possibly see if either's Shada's house.
Well, I think that's currently a better lead, although that house, some dark presences coming from it.
Oh, what?
Like
Why
the
do we-
dark-
Why do we want to go to dangerous presences?
That's something a Sith would say.
Merkava begins to slowly point fingers at Cedric and saying, "You're the true Sith Lord."
That's a meme.
Let's go and try and find Shada's house first. Let's try that.
Why? If there's okay.
Cedric, make a hard discipline check.
Cedric. Honestly, if they're moving away from there, we have less resistance going in the direction you want to go than going to Shada's house. So it might be easier to get there now and then go to Shada's house.
With sickness, Puddy?
Yes.
Yep.
You don't want to go find Shada's house first. You need to go to that building as soon as possible.
Do you know, actually, let's just go to that one, and I just start walking out
See you
the
safe.
front door.
I head with her. This is him. Jesus.
Wow.
Jesus!
This is
Wow.
weird now.
It's spreading. It's spreading. Anyway.
I guess I follow.
As soon as you get outside, Slash, you don't feel a dark presence, but you are also heavily drawn to this building.
Can I roll a discipline check to see how affected I am?
Yeah, sure, it's gonna be hard. And you have the sickness setback.
Yep. Okay. I am just as compelled as Cedric.
Even more compelled. Because you don't sense the darkness there.
Yep.
So do you all walk to the front door of this building?
I mean, it seems safe.
Yeah.
Do I sense anything off?
Read your PMs.
Can a man can a man entirely made out of water feel when he's in the ocean? That's the question.
What?
I mean,
What?
He's asking,
I
he's
got
asking
it
if-
after a couple seconds.
He's asking if he can detect the dark side, but he is dark side.
Oh.
yeah, guys.
See, I got it first time.
Guys, I think this is the sickness talking. I think we need to
No.
avoid that building.
No, we're going this way.
I say the
Merkava.
sickness talks.
Fine. Sickness doesn't talk.
Communion.
I mean, it kind of does.
So as you guys approach the building, you see on a plaque sign just outside, Circa Corporation.
It's always circa. Always.
Do you go inside?
Of course, I am
We're
compelled to do
going
so. I do it without hesitation.
As you all walk
I
into
follow behind with less.
an open kind of reception area with a few terminals that you can tell from just have stopped working. However, all the lights inside are still on, and you notice fizzling to one side a terminal in a cubicle that does appear to still be working, and the far end of the room, an elevator.
You want to check that terminal, Merkava?
Seems like a good idea to me.
Yeah, but we shouldn't be here. But yeah, I'll take a look.
Okay, so
Why should we
inside
not be here? It's here.
the cubicle, you find a pass key to the elevator.
Wait, what's
You
here?
find
Something, I don't know.
What?
Cedric.
I have a sense of intuition that whatever we need to find is here too. I think me and Cedric are on the same wavelength.
They begin communicating telepathically with each other.
Sorry, don't you find it weird that the two of the people that are sick have a weird compulsion to be here?
You're sick.
You're also sick, Merkava.
Yeah,
And you are not compulsed, so I don't think it's the sickness.
Yeah, unless
I
you're
just
saying there's
think it's
something
basic
special about you, something that makes you different than them, as I sort of...
I say, I think it's just me and Cedric's basic intuition. Maybe even the sickness is heightening our instincts.
But of course, if you think we're in danger, if there's anything you need to admit, as I begin to sniff him.
Merkava, it's an easy check and it's personal security, so you can upgrade it. There's your destiny pool. If you want to use it. That's not the place you need to roll, my friend. I don't have a dice bot in my DMs.
I somehow figure out to have Dice Roller like program itself across all of the multiverse of Discord. You just
So with that password, Chris, you find another. With that advantage, you find a password that you think will probably work somewhere else in this building.
Oh, cool.
To get access to this log. It's only one this time. You'll be happy to know, Marshall.
Really long. Hey, Paul.
It's not that long. There have been longer ones.
Glad you made it out here from Coruscant. So, you asked what people get up to in Malastare, local sports and stuff. Firstly, Malastare really like their martial arts, and you'll find a bunch of tournaments scattered about at various levels, so there are a ton of great points to join. Next week, the amateur Dagi tournament kicks off in the Southern Complex Gym, which would be a good time to get involved since there are a few seminars before the tournament, and everyone there will be the same level. Dagi is the grand style, and it focuses a ton on striking, but they tend to spar pretty light since for the Gran it's more of a casual activity. The Dug take it more seriously and spar hard, but they do more grappling. Their style is Dagshi, and humans don't tend to take to it very well since
These are humans, they make typos.
Our body structure is a little different. If you have really good balance though, Dagshi is a lot of fun. Just don't expect to beat any of the Dug lads. If you're not into the fighting, then there are a few Dag Fawn games that get going in the outer city. It's a team sport where groups of 6 attempt to kick a ball through a hoop. Wait, that's like what's the name of the Aztec sport? I forget what it's called.
I don't know.
Anyway, there's an Aztec sport where you try to kick a ball through a hoop. It's more popular in the other cities around Malastare, though. So much so, some of the others have stadiums for the sport. Since the wars broke out, Nitrosane hasn't been too fond, my god, this person, on endorsing Dag Fawn, so it's mostly just the outer city that plays now. They have a full league, though, and a few of the boys in analytics have a draft going, so feel free to jump in.
So like I said, in the cubicle you also found a key card for the elevator and a book, which I will show to you guys.
Is the game you're thinking of, Marshall, Ulama?
Maybe, and maybe it isn't Aztec. Maybe it's Mayan. They play it in the movie El Dorado, but like you can't use your hands, but you can use your feet, your knees, or your elbows to knock it in, and the hoops are like 10 feet above the ground, so it's really fucking hard. And also the hoop is the exact size of the ball, so you can't it's not like a basketball net. You have to perfectly knock it in. It's apparently like one of the hardest sports ever. Oh, also, holy crap, that's Pugilism Illustrated.
No, it's not. It doesn't have a name. The name isn't there.
Did you photo? Oh my god, I can see the blur. You photo. Oh, anyway. The texture's so shitty that it's almost impossible to notice if you weren't looking for it.
Exactly.
Anyway, so you said this book was in there? I flipped through the book.
It's in a foreign language that you can't work out.
Oh, fuck this. I mean, I guess I don't know. Does someone want the book? Pugilism Illustrated?
I mean, I think
I'm interested in the elevator passkey.
I'll take it.
Notice less on the passkey. It has F1 engraved. Sorry, F2 engraved on.
Interesting. I say, so who wants to take the elevator?
Did you say you were taking the book, Cedric? Because it weighs 1.
Yeah. I'm putting it in now.
Do you all take the wondrous, wonderful elevator?
You bet.
I get in.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright. I guess. I'm gonna type something on a data pad real quick. Don't mind me.
Sorry, do you get in?
Yeah, I get in. Yeah.
So you notice
Yeah.
as you walk in, it's a rather big elevator, and it's actually got doors on all 4 sides, but the other 3 won't open on this level. You see a place where you could put the passkey.
I put it in.
So a panel lights up with floor 2 above where you saw floor 1, and it seems clickable.
I press 4-2.
Okay, you go up, and on the opposite side from where you entered, the door opens up into floor 2.
Oh god. We're in a spaceship.
It's just a background.
I don't know, man. We're on the ISS right now.
You see a long corridor in front of you with 8 doors leading into offices.
And we're apparently in space. Over an unknown planet.
Totally not Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I meant unknown in terms of Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Damn Circa Corporation building portals to new dimensions or planes of existence.
I tell Celeste, okay, you go in the first right one, I'll go in the first left one.
Okay. I go the first right one?
Yep,
Okay, go in the first right one.
I go in the first left.
1 second.
Okay. So, I'm going to hand Kasari a good old data pad.
And it just says on it, I'm a Sith. I'm a Sith. Arrest me. If I write it on a datapad, the Emperor can't read it. Somehow.
Marshall, have you received any correspondence about that datapad?
In connection.
Oh,
Not yet.
Chris seems like he might be disconnecting.
Might be.
I tell you
Okay.
what,
Can you guys hear me again?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
No, my connection just got really spotty.
Okay, Chris, be aware you're typing in the general Star Wars chat right now.
Yeah, I know. I was going to type in, "Hey, can you guys hear me?"
Okay. Do you want me to tell Kasari what's on the datapad?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna copy part of your message. Right. So who was going to? Someone was going to this one, and someone was going to this one. This one, correct?
Yeah, so I'm going to the bottom one,
Okay.
Celeste is going to the top one.
Celeste, as you turn in, you see a very bare bones office with a desk and a terminal. Cedric, you walk in, and 2 humanoid droids in silver and red armor turn to you. They have kind of long, flat-ish heads with 2 glowing yellow eyes, and a blue laser comes towards you, and they both say in unison, "Identify yourself."
Cedric?
Do identification, and they start scanning you.
Okay.
Intruder detected. Beginning combat. Roll initiative. You are
Okay.
prepared. Actually, you're not prepared. It's going to be vigilance.
Doesn't really matter.
And the 3 people that aren't Cedric roll easy vigilance checks for me. Why don't you just roll? Why don't you roll initiative, but add a difficulty to it if the dice roller lets me do that?
It's a spaceship going through
Not
the
a
future.
spaceship. It's not a
There's
spaceship.
robots on the spaceship, and it's
It's
cruising
not
over
a
Europe at
spaceship.
night.
Not a spaceship.
And it's not cruising over Europe at night. Boom, boom.
Not a spaceship.
Oh, I forgot to type piece.
So you said roll an easy vigilance check?
Just roll initiative, but add a difficulty to it. That's vigilance.
You add setback to this roll too, right?
Yeah, you should if you have the sickness. But don't worry if you've already rolled.
I don't know what the fuck I just rolled.
You did roll in it, not in it
Oh
roll.
no.
The dice roller does not like us.
It betrays us, and we shall betray it back.
Gain 5 conflict. So player initiative slot. If someone that isn't Cedric, also why there? Oh yeah, there are 4 of you. I forgot there were 4 of you. You're multiplying. If someone who isn't Cedric takes any of the ones before the enemy goes, then you realize what's going on, basically.
I mean, I imagine I'm right there, so I probably would realize pretty quickly.
You were in the other room. You were the one least likely to realize, I bet.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, these two are in the hallway. They see Cedric reacting. You went into the other room to have a look.
Okay.
But I mean, it's up to you guys. I will let you guys distribute the player initiative slots however you feel.
I think thematically, probably Cedric wants to go first.
Oh, the guy right there? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the guy right
I
there.
think you should go last, Cedric.
So I am going to. I'll take the first one. Step forward. Step forward into engaged.
Yep.
And then I am going to attempt to Sarlacc sweep.
They're too far apart. You're only engaged with one of them.
Okay, I'm only engaged one. Then I won't Sarlacc sweep.
They're pretty much on the opposite walls of the room.
Okay. Do they have any defense or adversary?
They have no defense and no adversary.
Good. That makes things easier.
Little baby boys.
Circa always did make the shittiest robots.
I am
don't worry.
going beforehand to use take 2 strain to use falling avalanche. So this will add. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
You get 5 XP.
You bring down the whole dungeon around us. Rock falls, everyone dies.
So that is 6, 15, 18 points of damage. And then then I'm gonna use. I could crit. Let me just pick up the table again. I haven't done. So, do they have like blaster pistols or
You don't
like
see.
blaster?
You can't see any weapons on them.
Can't see any weapons. Okay. Do you know what? I'm gonna use all of it to crit this guy because I think that's what. Yeah, I'm just gonna crit.
Okay, what's the plus on it?
So I have vicious 1, so that's plus 10, and then its initial plus 20 because I'm using the rest of it, so it's a plus 30 crit.
Go ahead.
Staggered for the remainder of the encounter.
So you move your lightsaber from its like the bottom of his kind of abdomen upwards and slice through the front like through the middle of his face, and you hear just as you do it, death message. No.
Okay. And that's. I'll make that the end of my turn.
Player slot.
Who wants to go?
Anybody but me.
You want to go, Celeste?
Yes, I mean, I was let you two go, considering that I was commented to be least likely to notice. But I'll initiate superpower reflexes, and I'll notice immediately, Putty.
Very well.
So how many maneuvers would it take for me to get into line of sight of the second droid? Just two, I'm assuming.
You'd have to get into the room, so yeah, that'd be 2.
Okay, so yeah, I get into the room, and I'm going to fire on the droid on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, you're in short range, so it'll be easy. It'll be easy difficulty.
Let me check. I can't remember if I get 2 boosts or 1 boost for attacking before he's acted. A 1 bonus die. There we go. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, you're going through your maths.
Oh, okay. 15 damage.
Okay, and that doesn't go through any soak, right?
No.
14. So you see as a blaster bolt, blaster, hits him right in the chest, and he says immediately, "Damage warning, that hurt," and turns and looks away from you, but it's clearly not on the verge of deactivation at the moment.
All these need is a personality, and they would be like, freaking, what's it called?
That's my turn.
Like droids.
Can
No.
Merkava take the slot? Sorry, is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Merkava is gonna move to engage with the robot and swing his lightsaber.
Is that
Merkava,
what
can you
Merkava's
make
gonna
a
do?
lightsaber check? Yeah, I think it is actually.
Okay.
Oh god. Poor Merkava.
Merkava, can you roll that check for me? It's too difficult. Do you have a crit rating of 1, Merkava?
No, it's still 3.
Okay. In that case, how much damage do you do?
That is 9.
Alright, you see as Merkava comes in with grace and poise, unlike you've ever seen him. He's been a good lightsaber combatant in the past, but usually from a distance. You've never seen him get so eagerly in the battle before, and he slices up the droid with a quick salvo, ending combat. You can roll discipline or cool for strain recovery.
I don't think any of us got even hit, did we?
Nope. And I go back down to 0 strain.
The
Nice.
advantage does nothing. You recover 1 strain. Plus.
Okay.
Okay. You can tell in this room it is an office with a desk and a terminal that seems broken, long since forgotten. And there aren't any drawers or anything. It seems like a completely
There
empty
was a working terminal in the room I went to, right?
Yeah.
I say, Merkava, there was a working terminal in the room on the other side. You mind taking a look at it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Well,
the
as you
rest
do
of
that-
us can.
You are free to draw on the map to mark which rooms you've already been in. So Merkava, this is a personal terminal with an easy difficulty.
Oh, sweet Christ.
Oh, it's the jukebox. I did loop it. Did it just crash?
It just crashed.
Feels bad, then. Oh, well. Okay, so this is floor 2. Marshall, there is 1 log. What do you want the order to be?
What do you know? 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I didn't know we sold Colto. I like the market expansion, but if we're moving into the medical industries, I think we should pay a little more attention. Our supply is tiny compared to Tayson, and the suits seem way more interested in long, drawn-out meetings with politicians from the health authority than they do with actually setting up suppliers and customers for their stuff. I'll take it up with Guillermo on Saturday, since we're going to the Dagi qualifiers in the evening. But I'm worried we're varying up our product line up so much so soon. We've only just settled our accounts from the last few years, and we're bringing out at least 3 new weapons. We're getting orders to start stocking HK-27 when we haven't finished the full HK-24 rollout here, and now we're buying Colto?
HK droids, that's what they were called. The sassy ones.
Yeah,
Almost as if they were made by Zerka.
they can speak.
You also notice a drawer.
We open it.
There is a book inside. It is the same. It is the same book you found downstairs. However, inscribed on the spine is Volume 1. It weighs the same amount if you want to pick that up, Cedric.
Look through it.
What happens when you go over your encumbrance threshold?
You
Demons
never
come out.
found out, and you won't get effects until next session because I'm not looking it up now.
Okay, I'll take it.
Right then. So, robot's dead. Easy. Very nice. That's that room. Gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
what do you
So,
want to
Let's
do?
open more doors.
Which ones?
so if
Roll very
Merkava goes,
passive today.
so let's
I love
take
being
Merkava,
passive.
put him
It
in
makes
there.
me feel alive.
Do-
I,
Merkava's terminal is in there, so he can have a
He's
yeah,
already
look
looked
at
at it.
let's,
Yeah,
let's,
so
I'll go in this one.
let's go in this
Cedric,
one.
you go in
No,
that
let's-
one.
Let's all go in this
Yeah.
one.
and then Kasari can go the one next door.
Yeah, I'll go here.
And then
Merkava, why don't you
Merkava can go
here?
in that one.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just gonna
And we're
stand
all
in the
gonna do
hallway.
it in unison.
So Cedric, are you going in this one?
Breach and clear.
No, I'm going in
that's-
this one down
That's
here.
B. I'm going in this one.
The Celeste, you walk in and there is a working terminal on a desk. Cedric, you walk in, there is a broken terminal, a desk with a drawer. Kasara, you walk in, there is a working terminal on a desk. And Merkava, you walk in, and 2 droids turn to you very suddenly and start scanning you with blue beams.
I'm gonna start looking through the desk.
Okay. Cedric, what are you going to do?
Was there was a drawer in mine? You said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a look through the drawer.
Kasara? Marshall.
I'm going to check out the terminal.
Okay. And Merkava.
I'm gonna jump back into the hallway.
You successfully avoid the scam. Cedric, you find a key card with the engraving F3 on it, and both of you find a personal terminal, Celeste and Kasari. It would be an easy check to get into it.
Oh.
I am good at
Okay.
things that are easy.
Me, not so much.
You have Destiny.
Nope.
Oh.
Mine blows up.
No, but you can
Uh,
tell. 1 second, which one was yours? Yours was that one. So you can tell. Let's find it.
Yeah, I'll flip Destiny to upgrade the die.
Cool. Actually, you can tell by the carvings next to the terminal. This guy liked to draw, scratch his desk a lot and write things.
Okay.
And Slice, you actually get in the terminal, and
Brute forcing.
you just successfully, hack it. You got the hacker's knowledge.
Oh man,
Yeah, of course.
reminds me of the time that I totally hacked a terminal at some point in time in the future.
There's a log for you, Marshall, for your perusal.
Whoa, that
You should read
HK20
it backwards.
3-2, the on nothing has unit 24. The seriously, but units effective cost more. Some make to have a no eye. Wow, and in Carton,
Okay, please don't read
thing,
backwards.
the saw I look
Stop.
closer. A get can I if him asked to have might I so there up get to keycard. A has third on Jamie Butte. A is 12 floor on up have they 23 KH that whoa.
That was really impressive.
Thank you.
Round of applause,
Now
Marshall.
do it in the correct direction.
Whoa, that HK23 they have up on floor 12 is a beaut. Jamie on third has a key card to get up there, so I might have to ask him if I can get a closer look. I saw the thing being carted in and wow. I know they have to make some more cost-effective units, but seriously, the 24 unit has nothing on the 23.
Cool.
I'm gonna look in the desk on mine.
I don't think I said there was a desk.
Oh, there's not. There's sorry. Well, what's, okay, so there's not a drawer or anything.
There's no door. Sorry. There is a desk. There isn't a door.
Gotcha.
Of course, there is a desk. Otherwise, the terminal's not just floating. Don't worry.
Well, maybe it's like those terminals in
Yeah.
Fallout where they're on the wall.
Why did someone put an X on mine? That's
No,
the correct one.
I'm switching it around, I realised, don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, you better.
So do you have a look around the scratchings he made, Gazari?
I will. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Make a easy perception check.
Hey.
The jukebox might be back up and running. So you're very offended by the amount of desecration this guy has done to his desk. You take one strain from the horror of it all, but eventually you find crudely written underneath the desk is what you think says Clara.
Clara?
Yes.
I use that as a password into the terminal.
You get into the terminal.
Hey. What's on the terminal?
There's, would you guess, a log?
Nope, nope, nope.
Nope.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Oh.
I will read
Oh.
it.
Okay. I don't know why there's a big gap in the middle of it, but hey.
Marshall?
Not sure why this place gets so frantic around election season, but it's always the same cycle. Before it all kicks off, we see the suits on a pretty regular basis, always barking at us to get this and that done. Then, when the upper city starts to figure out who's going to fuck them over for the next 6 years, we see none of them. It's not like we can start slacking off, either. The one thing that will bring them out of the woodwork is a problem, and they seem way more likely to give you a bollocking this time of year. I don't see what the big deal is. It's not like Nitrosane is a regulated market. It's not as free as Corellia, don't get me wrong, but I haven't seen any new corporate regulations that have affected us over the last few years, and you'd think we'd be the ones most likely to see that kind of stuff. I don't know, maybe the Gran want to regulate Kolto more than they want to regulate guns.
You forgot to take the long pause to represent the space between the and Gran.
You're right. I'll rewind. Guns regulate to want they than more Kolto regulate to want Gran. The Gran want to regulate Kolto more than they want to regulate guns.
So at this point, Merkava, the door opens and the robots come out. Roll initiative if you're not prepared.
And for the rest of us,
The rest of you are so engrossed with what you're doing that I'm not going to have you roll initiative on this one.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
how sweet.
Yeah.
I'm so engrossed.
Although, if this lasts more than a round, then you guys can roll initiative. Oh, that triumph in initiative, though. Apparently, I need to. I've got it on this cheat sheet, but I still haven't read the book. But it says in the cheat sheet that the triumph can have effects, but I need to read the book before I start implementing it.
God damn it, Chris didn't roll PC.
It's just like not clicking on your token.
It's
I'm
just
so bad
as
at
tedious.
Okay, the two robots are going to fire upon you, Chris.
Ow.
The first one, you see him pop his left arm out, and a big cylinder pops out and fires a projectile towards you. What's
Like
your
a physical one or like an energy one?
a physical one?
Ow.
The metal, like it's a silver metal container by the looks of things.
No,
What's
I
your range defense?
My range defense is 2.
Somebody once told me.
The container flies across the hallway and ends up down by the bottom by the elevator.
What?
Meanwhile, the left robot cocks his left hand, and a much smaller device pops out of it and fires an energy bolt at you.
These assholes.
And this one connects, dealing 8. 8 strain before soak.
I'll reflect the rest of the damage off.
Okay. You're reflecting strain.
Oh wait, it's strain damage?
You can do it. It's just it might not be as efficient as you might think it is.
Never mind, I'll just take it. I mean, I don't know, unless the lasers are infected with the sickness.
Well, that one advantage that they infect you with this. No, I'm just. And that's it's your turn.
Ow.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. She dips
Yep.
beneath lasers. Whoa.
I'll run up and swing on the guy who tried to shoot the canister.
They're close enough together that you engage with both of them. I only fuck Cedric over in that regard.
Nice. Okay. And I will do 10 damage to him.
Melee warning. You're too close! As you slice his arm off. Is that the end of your turn?
I love these guys already. This is fantastic. And it's next.
Can I'll tell you what, why don't you all roll a hard vigilance check to see if you notice by them. That is Kasari, Cedric, and Celeste. Make a hard vigilance check.
Catherine
Yep.
Zeta-Jones.
You do not notice.
Oh my god.
You do not notice, and in fact, you don't notice so much. You're so engrossed with your work, Celeste, that you're not going to let anything bother you.
Uh-huh. I put on my headphones.
Cedric, how did
Still
you
listen
how,
to the music.
Cedric, you
how
think
did you roll
there's a
that many blank dice?
Cedric, you think there's a disturbance outside, but you're gonna casually stroll up to it. You know, it's not a pressing
Yeah.
matter. Kasari, roll initiative.
Yay!
You are prepared. Do cool. You cool as a cucumber.
Good, I like being cool. Oh, I fucked that up.
Yeah. See if it works if you do it properly. I'm not sure how adding to the initiative order. Yeah, okay. So it's up to player slots. You can choose between. You don't have
Do you mind if I try to cut this one droid down so they lose a slot?
Sure.
Alright. In that case, I will roll. No, not rule. Roll.
No rule.
Y, G, G, P, P. Boom. Yeah.
Are you going to try not to crit?
Yes, I will.
All right. I think that's a hard discipline check. It's a hard cool check, I think. Let me just read this.
I thought it was a discipline check.
It's cool.
Uh,
Go read the handout, dude.
no, I believe you.
I'm also going to flip Destiny to upgrade it.
What
That's
the?
challenge too difficult?
Oh no.
Wait, it's a challenge in 2 difficulty?
Yeah, upgrade it with Destiny.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. You may not crit.
Okay. And now I'm going to. No, let's see. I will. Well, first of all, I do 9 damage again to the same one, and I will give a boost to Kasari.
You upgrade Kasari with the triumph.
Yeah, upgrade Kasari.
You stab through the abdomen, and it says, "Death warning. We could have been great friends." And it falls to the ground. Just power.
You shot first.
Not in the edited version.
Oh my god.
Is that the end of your turn?
Does the the other droid explode?
No.
Just due to reference to the re-releases.
The other droid is going to move into this office. If you guys want, you can end combat here.
No, we should probably stop that thing.
I'll pursue it.
Okay, I'll end the next 3 then.
How far will it? I mean, how much will it take me to get there?
2 maneuvers to get into the room.
I do that. I spend 2 strain.
You get in there, and you see 3 droids now of the type you've been doing, and another droid of a different type.
Shit.
Slightly bigger. It seems to be holding a blaster rifle of some sort.
Nope.
You are at short range from all of these.
So I can't even engage. Fuck. Never mind then. Can I instead of spending 2 strain just use my action for that second maneuver?
Very much can.
Okay, cool. That'll be my. I mean, I don't even know what the. Actually, no. I know what I can do. I'm gonna activate force. I'm gonna activate force. What's it called? Force flow.
Lightning.
Which is comes with my action, so I think I can do it even though I use my action to move. Let's see. When the force no, when the force user makes a skill check. So no, I can't do that. So I will just do nothing. That's the end of my turn.
And that's true.
Do I slyly move into the see
yes,
what's happening?
You now move into the corridor. However, I'm not going to give you an initiative roll yet. I would have if the battle was still in the corridor.
In the corridor,
it's no
but
longer.
there's nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Meanwhile, Celeste, you're loving these tunes on your headphones. You're like,
Oh, yeah.
All right, Kasari, the bigger, scarier droid is going to shoot you with that blaster he's holding. What's your range defense?
0.
Oh, that's a shame.
Ow. Wait, why was there only one of the purple die?
Good short range.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, I'm so not used to ranged combat.
I mean, I don't blame you. So it is gonna deal. It's gonna deal 15 damage to you, Kasari, and it pierces one of your soak.
Well, fuck this. Like, actually, fuck this.
Was that the big one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's in it next for him. And then one of the little ones is gonna cock his right arm at you, Kasari, and a big cylinder is gonna come out and fire at you.
I don't trust those big cylinders.
It's fine.
No, I think they spread AIDS.
What? That's crazy talk.
Ooh. Ooh.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
As the cylinder comes towards you, it's before it hits you, it explodes. Not explodes, but it opens up into a giant net, and it covers you, immobilizing you for five rounds.
Immobilized while a big gun just starts firing.
Player slot.
Do you want me in there?
Yes!
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure.
So, as you begin walking towards the door, Merkava, you notice that Kasari is immobilized in a spot that would make it impossible to get into the room. The only way to deal with these droids is with some sort of, I don't know, ranged attack.
Slus continues to listen to his tunes. It's his favorite song from on Trandosha.
Anyway, Cedric, you notice you can make an initiative roll and it'll be added to the slot to next round.
Okay.
You're also prepared. It'll be cool.
What
Possibly
do I
a
have
type
that
of
is
Trandoshan rock.
ranged?
I don't know what you have that's ranged. Maybe, I don't know, a force power or... I don't know.
I mean, I think that, yeah, it's probably a force power. I mean...
Not protect.
Alright, so...
What was that?
Wait, I didn't roll that right. That was supposed to be lightning.
Don't have lightning.
Unlimited power!
I mean, I'm this low. It's not going to make much of a difference.
You're
Let's
going to
see.
be doing it over Kasari's body, though.
I'll move it. Like, I have some semblance. Just
Kasari is outright going to kill you when this encounter's over.
It's not the risk of hurting her that I'm talking about. Alright, what are you doing, Chris?
okay. Well,
Walk me through it so I can help you, because you're clearly struggling.
average discipline check. I needed to look it up.
What are you actually doing, Chris?
No, I'm using the force lightning.
You don't have lightning.
Okay, just
You're using
Force
force power
wave.
unleash. I'm using force power. Unleash.
Okay.
And it is. Should I just re-roll that check?
Yes, average discipline check with your force rating.
Okay.
And your 3 free dark side points.
Y, purple, F. Was it capital N's?
Yeah, 3 N's.
Yes,
Do it now!
By
Strike
the very
me
little
now!
Merkava's
Stroke me now!
goodbye the very little Merkava's morality that's left.
So Merkava, you're gonna have to spend 2 points to activate the power, not 1. I read that midweek. And you can use dark side points without flipping a destiny die. You don't take the strain, but you'll still take the conflict. 1 conflict per.
Okay, well, let's see. I need...
Wait, I don't think he needs to flip a destiny die to activate dark.
That's what I said.
Oh,
He
okay,
doesn't
yeah.
He doesn't need a destiny die. He doesn't take the strain, but he still takes the conflict.
Okay. So, from that, hold on, let me do some fun time math. it does of my willpower plus and an additional 3, so that's 7 base damage, and I can make it crit.
Oh, if
Yeah.
you can make it crit, are you gonna resist?
No, I might as well not at this point.
Okay, so wait. First of all, before we get to the crit, you need to know. I need to know how you're spending your points. Are you strengthening? Are you? How many targets are you hitting? What's your primary? First, before you even start, what was your primary target? You need to declare that before.
Okay, the big one.
Okay, the big one.
Okay, and there's 3 other robots, right?
There are 3 other robots.
So I'm gonna put 2 points into magnitude so I can hit them
all.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna put 3 points into strength, so they each take an additional 6 damage.
So your damage for this was 13 to all.
6. No, it's 6 damage plus the 7. So yeah, 13 damage to everything.
And then you are going to crit.
Oh wait, I still have another one to spend, so I'll do 15 damage to everything. I thought I only had 5 points to spend.
15 damage to everything with all of your advantage. You are going to crit the big one.
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, then roll your force dice with the 3 dark side bonuses for. Now roll a plus 50 crit.
So is it or exclamation point crit?
Space plus 50.
Space plus.
Okay, so you gain 5. You gain 1 for even activating the power. You spend 6 dark side points. You made a check, which is 3, 6, 12, 15. You take 15 conflict. And you need to make another force power unleash roll.
I mean,
Actually, it says may.
Yeah,
may.
Have to.
You don't have to.
Well, I mean, okay, give me the 411 on the damage.
Not everything's dead. Actually, nothing's dead.
Okay. Let me add this conflict in real quick. So that puts me up to 19 conflict for this session.
And that will double.
Yep.
Can you go negative conflict?
No.
But you can hit, I think, either 1 or 0.
I mean, if you can hit 100, I believe you can hit 0.
Did someone say 0?
Okay. So another
That's a big in joke.
Classic references.
Yep, everyone will get that.
They will in 6 months' time.
Jesus Christ. I think
At least you do.
The Emperor is
Don't
affecting
crit.
your rolls.
Well,
The
that's where
Emperor is quite literally affecting your rolls.
Okay. Same thing. So 2 magnitude, 4 strength. They take an extra 8 damage on top of 8, so they take 16 this time. And I don't think it has a crit rating of 2.
No, I think it's 3. You can reduce it with mastery, but you don't have that.
Okay.
Okay, so Kasara, you see as Merkava stumbles across your body and thinks about jumping over you, looks at the droids, looks at his lightsaber, thinks very frantically, trying to decide what he's going to do, and then he just shakes his head, and then one blast of this dark wave of energy, and you hear around you as these little sparks fly, BAM! The robots all against the back wall, but they start to like waver. They start to get themselves back up again and start to get themselves together. So you see Merkava again, pained and hurt, but he makes the decision and sends another wave at them, knocking 3 of the robots into absolute oblivion. But the last one remains standing, and you see as a twist, a flourish of his hand, one bolt of lightning flies toward the final big robot, killing it dead.
Definitely not.
Oh, and for that one, Chris, you take 10 conflict.
You're fine.
Stop it, he's already evil.
You can roll your cruel or discipline for strain recovery.
Oh man, should I roll to see how well I enjoyed those tunes?
I'll go on. I'll let you do that. You
I
recover.
really enjoyed those tunes.
I recover 3 strain.
I get a.
Sorry, it's a hard athletics check to get out of your confines.
Me?
Yeah.
I can't just take my time.
Oh,
Whatever. I'll do it. No,
20 minutes.
No, wow. Before it was 5 rounds.
How long is 5 rounds? I forgot.
Like, not 20 minutes. Anyway.
You get confused.
I'll
It's just
Isn't
Like an
around
app.
like maybe 10, maybe 6 seconds. It's a couple seconds.
Doesn't matter. You rip yourself out of there like the Amazoness.
Ah! I scream.
Maybe it's your determination to kill Merkava.
Yeah, I immediately tackle Merkava.
start biting my neck.
That'd be a good way to get
No,
this sickness.
she's not a were-tiger in this game.
Where you gonna?
Anyway.
So what do you guys do? You all meet up now in this room.
Wow.
I pull away my iPod and say, "Oh man, I just had the greatest relaxing experience."
Oh, really?
I think that sometime we all need to sit down and just chill a little bit, enjoy some music.
I inject myself with 2 stim
Heroin?
stim packs.
You recover 9 wounds.
I say, so, what doors haven't we opened yet?
Well, do
Just-
you guys want to have a look around this room that you're in right now?
Yeah.
Somebody make a daunting perception check. There are some lockers, and clearly this was the main storage point for these droids on this floor.
You guys want me to make it?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Honey?
Eventually, I'm gonna climb out of this pit.
I
But
think
today is not that
uh,
day.
It's daunting if you're asking that. You cut out the.
No, I asked him if I could get assistance. I asked you if I could get assistance from Merkava
Yeah.
to
you're all-
get
Oh.
extra green die.
Yeah, knock yourself out. You can do it, buddy.
No, you can't.
Apparently not.
So yeah, you're having a look around, and you don't find anything of particular need. You find a bunch of Zerka arms, blaster rifles and blaster pistols, but you, in your circles, less. While you respect Zerka's kind of heavy weaponry, these things you consider to just be a cheap knockoff of Blastax.
Yeah. I say these are the shitty weapons. They're not good for anything.
Not even for killing Wookiees?
Nope. The Wookiees deserve better.
That's
Charles, your notes are
weirdly
truly astonishing.
progressive.
Yeah, my notes are weird.
So, what do you guys do?
Well, I was actually gonna check on Kasari and make she's okay because I saw shot.
I'm gonna open the final door.
There is a dead terminal in a drawer.
Oh, I open the drawer.
There is a keycard in it with the engraving F3.
I pick it up.
It's identical
got
to
one
the
that
one
was
you.
like that.
Yeah,
I
it's
say-
identical.
Hey, we both have key cards. We can be key card friends. Me
You also
and
both
Cedric
have-
then begin to skip over to the elevator.
You also
Yeah,
have a
arm in arm.
you also have a crippling fungal infection. You can be crippling fungal infection friends.
I like key card friends better.
Shall we
sorry, how
go
do you-
to floor 3?
How do you respond to Merkava's helpful advances?
He didn't say anything. I mean, he
did-
said
he
he
said
was
he's-
going to, but I don't know what he said.
No, I'm like, Or you need some medical attention? Literally saw you got shot.
I recoil from him.
I say, is everything
cold.
going on between you two? You seem just as tense as before.
I'm sure you'd just gaslight me if I told you about it, so go away, Celeste.
I'm eager to hear what you have to say.
Whatever, gaslighter.
If not, then I don't think that's very nice to say. You know, for being Jedi, you're very close to new opportunities.
I agree.
And other opinions.
Wait, what is that? I love it.
That's enough copyright.
Okay. Just enough.
Oh,
Oops,
that's
oops,
enough.
oops.
You got copyright struck.
I'm bad.
Oh no, the bot got copyright strike.
He got struck down by the copyright.
I say,
law
so
enforcement,
are
aka
we
Merkava.
going to go to the third floor?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Plan to be in the same elevator as Merkava, sorry.
I'll be on the other end of the elevator.
Well, on the other end of the elevator is where the door opens to floor 3.
Oh no.
I say we do the exact same strategy as before. Everyone opens one door.
We're in space above Europe.
I call this door.
I'll go with this one then.
Right, is Kasari and Merkava gonna take the next 2?
No, I'm sitting in the hallway.
I'm gonna stay here.
Right.
Aww.
That robot fucked me up pretty good.
Only me and Cedric are eager to explore.
To be
All
fair,
right,
you are compelled to do so.
Cedric, you find an active terminal. Meanwhile, Celeste, you fight 2 robots who begin scanning you with a blue laser.
I stand there and let them scan me.
Say ice cream.
Do you say ice cream?
Nope.
Okay. In that case, they say, intruder detected!
No, you should have said ice cream.
They didn't even ask who I was.
That's because they figured it out from the scan.
They didn't even ask for my
I
passport.
think they're racist.
They begin firing. Roll initiative vigilance.
Okay.
Just you for now. Ooh, ooh.
Jeez.
Okay, you the first one fires upon you with his left hand. Do you have any range defense?
Yes, 1. Also,
Yes.
I'm gonna take 2 strain to upgrade his difficulty check by 2.
By 2, okay. Okay, so since it was a short range check, it was initially 1 difficulty. So first it gets upgraded to the challenge, and then it adds a difficulty because there was nothing left to upgrade. I think
Well
I did that
played.
right. I did that right, didn't I?
Yep.
Okay. There you go.
There we
Took
go.
a while to go through for me. So the robot, you notice as he like a little tiny cylindrical thing comes out of his left arm, and he says, "Warning, firing!" And then you see the thing spark a little, and he says, "Warning, technical fault detected." That's the end of his turn.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Poor little
I'm
guy.
going to turn to the one that hasn't fired on me because it might actually work. I don't know, and hit it with my gun. Fire on it with my gun. So we're at short range.
And it hasn't acted yet, so you can still do your quick strike thing.
Yep. Short range? I didn't hear that.
It is short range.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey,
So-
lots of triumphs today.
I believe that is 15 damage. Yep,
You don't
15
pier-
damage, and
you don't
sure,
pierce
I'll
at all,
make it
right?
a crit.
You don't
I
pierce at
don't
all, right?
hit. Yeah, I don't pierce.
Do
And
you
I'll-
have? Go on.
I'll crit, so I get to add a plus 20 due to lethal blows.
And roll that plus 20 crit.
Winded.
Okay, that's good. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, next turn. The next one is going to fire upon you again. Are you going to activate anything on it?
You know what? I don't want to take a lot of strain. Actually, probably isn't best to take a lot of strain, so I'll not activate dodge.
Okay, so you see this one again, and again you see the spark. After a little while, a bolt does come out and hit you, dealing 9 strain before soak.
Whew. Maybe I should have dodged. Okay.
And that's the end of its turn. Merkava and Kasari make average vigilance check. Cedric make a hard vigilance check.
What? You said average for me or hard?
Average for the people in the hallway. Yeah, you and Merkava.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah. So Merkava, you can roll initiative if you want. Kasari, you're a little on the slow side. However, you are quite relaxed right now, and you can recover 3 strain if you want.
Well,
And you're also, if you'd like to, this is all in your narrative hands. You're starting to, feel a little bit less on edge about what happened downstairs.
am I though?
At least a little bit.
I mean, it depends what you define as edge. If you mean I'm now calmer about maybe having to kill Merkava, sure. But
It's cool. It's cool, by the way, Merkava. You are prepared.
Okay, I was about to ask. I think that's my cool.
Calmer about having to kill Merkava.
I've got a steadier hand about the issue.
Sure.
Okay, it's just one.
You have the steady hand, but now I have the steady hand.
Okay.
Ooh.
Woo.
Have you seen you watch Friends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that though.
That's when they're doing the game. They're doing the quiz, the trivia game, competing for the nice apartment.
Oh yeah.
And Rachel holds out her hand and it's shaking like a lot.
Okay. Celeste, the other one's gonna bash his left hand a little bit and then try and fire upon you again. Are you activating anything?
I don't think I have enough strain to justify activating anything. I'm already more than halfway to my strain threshold.
Would you like to roll?
God.
Would you like to flip Destiny?
Sure.
Yep. Do you want to upgrade the difficulty or downgrade his ability?
I'll upgrade the difficulty.
Success. But failure, but success for you.
Hey.
So he bashes it a few times, and the little cylinder on his left hand falls off from the bashing. And he says, admonishment. Damn Circa Industries.
You mind if I take this turn, Merkava?
Knock yourself out, buddy.
Okay. I'm going to fire on the one that I was firing on previously, because the second one seems a bit of a joke.
By the way, Putty, back in the day for one of Toe's games, I created, because Jacob was playing an HK droid, I created a list of different things that it can say. Would you like that?
Sure, yeah.
I basically went through the games and figured out all the things that HK droids sort of prefixed their words with.
It's a shame he never used one of them.
Nope.
You firing over there, buddy?
Yeah, sorry, I was double checking what the difficulty was because I forgot. That's 11 damage,
You're gonna kill this guy.
and I'm gonna just use the advantage to recover one strain.
So just a very accurate shot spins him around as his torso falls off from his legs, and he's deactivated.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Alright. Is Celeste in the doorway like Kasari was?
Celeste, what do you think?
I mean, I probably haven't really moved, had a chance to... Actually, maybe when I dodged, I probably moved out of the way a little bit.
Hey, that's good enough for me. I'm gonna move in and engage with the guy, and I'm gonna swing.
It's gonna take 2 maneuvers, so you're gonna have to take 2
I'm
straight.
fine with that.
Okay.
Hey, that's 11 damage to him.
Okay. You take a big swing and you chop off that left arm that the blaster had that the blaster had come off. And he says, "Observation. I didn't need that arm anyway."
I love these guys. This is putting me at ease a little bit. All right. Have him do his worst.
Oh, well, it's not his turn. The next turn is the guy who died. But then it's his turn. In it next for me.
Oh yeah.
Kasari, make an average vigilance check with boost. Cedric, make a hard vigilance check.
Triumphant failure.
Triumphant failure.
With threat.
I will say that you're so engrossed with your search of the office that you find a password to that terminal. It's Johnny 5.
Oh my god.
You're just super relaxed for strain recovery.
Oh,
Also,
Yeah,
so
you
much
just saw
fun.
Merkava run into a room after hearing blasters, and you're just like, eh.
Okay, so the droid the
Oh,
droid
you only rolled one boost.
that is, I told him to only roll one boost. So the droid says, "Request, I am of no harm to you. Will you cease murdering me now?"
Oh, stop murdering him.
And do you want to end combat?
He can be a friend.
Sure, I'll end combat.
To be fair, these droids are a little bit psychopathic, so be careful, but...
Merkava, are you happy to end combat?
I guess. It'd be kind of nice to talk to one of these things, see if you can't tell the facility.
Okay. In that case, you can roll strain recovery. Oh, that doesn't seem right. Oh, it's reset, not clear. You can roll strain recovery.
I'm feeling good.
Cedric, I will give you the log you found. Those are some good strain recovery rolls, lads.
Man, I just feel so strainless.
Yeah.
So relaxed.
I'm gonna walk out and go, "Hey, sorry, you're looking chill."
I am so chill right now.
Anyway, we sort of captured an HK droid if you want to go talk to him. Possibly figure out anything about the facility.
Flattery. Your martial skills are beyond question. You really showed me and my friend. He's dead now.
Oh.
It is okay. I'm sure I will find a new friend. We are all replaceable.
That's even sad.
Oh my god!
We should give him Cedric's arm.
Oh my god, yes.
Query. Who is this Cedric you speak of?
Yeah, he's in the other room.
The droid begins walking to the place you point. Greeting! I am HK-23. You are
I draw
Cedric.
the lightsaber and go, who the
you see the droid from downstairs missing his left arm, clearly chopped off by a lightsaber, and the right arm extended towards you like a handshake. Flattery, you look strong.
I deactivate my lightsaber and sort of
That's all he needed.
extend my hand to handshake it. Really looking confused.
Flattery, after this handshake, I can confirm you are strong. Praise, do you work out?
Only on weekends?
Praise, that's good. Gotta let the body recover.
I sit down
Boast,
and have a look.
but HK droids can work out all day long. Advertisement. That's because Circa makes the best droids in the galaxy.
Guys, we gotta keep him.
Yeah, he's our friend now.
He will
But I
most likely
feel-
try to kill us in our sleep.
Statement. All of my weapons have been disabled. Well, except for my ensnare launcher, and a big cylinder comes out of his right hand.
Ah!
That's okay, though. I won't use it. Yet.
Okay.
Well, HK, I guess stick with us. We'll keep you safe.
Stick with us, and you'll make it to the big time, kid.
Now, what can you tell us about this facility?
Assessment. Sticking with you seems like my best chance of survival. Sorry, what did you ask him? And also, there's a log if Marshall wants to read it.
I'll read it.
Oh,
Yeah. Marshall, read.
Oh. For some reason, my chat was scrolled up, so I wasn't seeing it. I was like, I'll read it when it comes.
Gosh.
Shanala seems to be the front runner for the presidency this time around. She has a history with pro-war organizations that can probably be leveraged.
Humans, Marshall. Human error.
Most of the polls are showing that in the last few years, most of Nitrosane have soured on the wars against the other cities, so she's been trying to keep it on the down low. We could use that against her, or use it to get in contact with her. Up to you. Otherwise, I'll keep digging, but the field seems a little cleaner than it was 6 years ago. I think the most important thing this time around is to make sure that whatever government we end up with, we can still support our friends in the shadows, as that's the best business we have on this planet. They want some help with an infiltration of the health authority last time I checked, so we might want to look into that. Okay, so Zerka is working with them. Corrupt sons of bitches.
Yeah,
Statement. Circa is an upfront and honest organization with a wide range of products.
like what?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Our last generation droids advertisement are still top of the line. If you want something cost effective, a H24 model, like me, would be the perfect thing. Or if you want something packing some extra firepower, the HK23 is the way to go. We're also working on a new model, the HK27, which is available at a premium price. It's even more cost effective than I am. I will soon be replaced.
Oh no!
It's okay.
I
I'm sure
look
they
at
will
him and
use
say, I don't know if the Circa here will be doing any replacing, friend.
He doesn't answer.
He just goes. Tss, tss.
Resignation. Yes, it has been quiet this year, but I'm sure the business will pick up.
Oh.
We need to, like...
You're so eager to go about your job.
He's like
It's
a
very
robot puppy.
endearing. You know, you remind me of when I was younger, before my first hunt.
Flattery. You seem like you're good at hunting. You sure killed my friend real good.
Oh.
Don't worry, buddy. I would have killed you just as well. I give him a pat on the back.
Agreement. I'm sure you would have. You seem really good.
God, I really. If Kasari dies, I'm definitely playing an HK droid. This is too fun.
Okay,
I mean,
let's
if you
enter
want
the
to,
rest
just
of the room.
ask.
Okay. That's not suspicious at all.
Let's have a look in more of these rooms then.
Or we can stop, because this is horrible and we just keep getting hit by things.
I've not got hit by
I
anything.
actually turned to him and said, "Do you know which rooms have your brothers in them, so we can avoid those rooms and get shot at less and maybe kill less of them?"
Statement. He walks up and down the corridor. Yes. Out of this corridor, this is the only room remaining with my model in them. I don't have any access to any other models, so there might be Model 23s hiding somewhere. Sorry.
No sneaky sons of bitches.
I say,
Also,
okay.
time has kind of flown over the last hour. We're over. Do you guys want to just... I have a good ending point in this building. Do you guys want to just go, like, till 8 UK time, which is whatever you guys' time? Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure.
So in
but
less than an hour.
But I'd prefer to stop it like at that point, definitely, even if we haven't finished it by then.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. I expect to be done earlier than that. I
Okay.
hope to be done.
Yeah, sure. I'll open this door.
I'll open this door then.
Okay, you both find terminals. Yours is dead tub. There's a drawer. No drawer in your room, Charles, but an active terminal.
I open my drawer, eager to see what is within.
Also, do you like the protocol sheet I sent you?
Yes, it's been very helpful.
Excellent. It's kind of, it might be confusing the way I've organized it, but you'll get used to it.
I got used to it already. Yeah,
okay, good. And you should check out the secondary adjective protocols. That's like you add on. So you would say like proud answer, or hesitant correction, or confused query.
Yes. So roll a easy perception check, Stas.
Okay.
What are you doing, Charles?
I'm gonna shout to Merkava. Merkava, do you want to have a look at this terminal?
Yeah, sure. I'll see what I can do.
Stas, you actually find like a dull red ruby.
I'll add it to the list of shiny things I can sell later.
Also, so many triumphs today.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
really.
Did you say Merkava was taking a look at that terminal?
Is it personal security?
It's personal security, easy check.
Oh my lord, the triumph!
You now have a second password.
Is this making up for last session?
I guess so.
Possibly.
Now have a second password you think can be used elsewhere in the building, and you access a log. Would you like it?
Yes, and by that I mean I would like Marshall to read it.
Whoa. Well, this has been a strange week.
Has the disease been taking over your actual body, Merkava or Chris?
Guys.
I mean,
Well, this has been a strange week. I got an honest-to-goodness Jedi out of the blue and with no warning messaging the R&D support line the other day, asking about the HK droid schematics and whether they would be in sale in part or in full with for a hefty sum. Now I know the Jedi and the Republic haven't been, how do I say this, our favorite customers over the years, but the credits he was offering were quite high indeed. Also, I think there's an opportunity here for information, and it's pretty rare we get an opportunity of this kind. I've already sent out a feeler out to HQ about how much of the schematics we can part with, what models we can let go and such, but I wanted to ask how we should proceed with this in general. Jedi.
Also, I just realized there is you just realized, Merkava, there's a second log on here.
Oh, hey, I just found a second log. Now read it before the first one.
We're not sure about the Jedi, but with the HK-24 leaving the production lines next year, I think it's possible we can start releasing some of the details, and maybe a few of the prototype models. One thing we have to watch out for, along with anything else Home Office sends us, is we don't give him anything we're using on the newer stuff. Agreed that this is a big opportunity, after all. If that gentleman is contacting us on such matters, then I think he has potential to be an ally of sorts. I will pass on the details of this to High Command when they get their heads out of their asses on this whole election business. I love how a company, like a company that sells things, refers to the leadership of the company as High Command. It's like... Jesus. Anyway. That is... I shall contact the CEO on whether a new product line should be sold.
You do a scary good German
I
accent.
leave for 2 seconds to go to the
I'm in
bathroom,
German.
but
Yeah,
I come back to the
It's-
Fuhrer.
I know, but it's really, really funny.
Well,
Does anyone have any comments about these logs, or shall we
Well,
move on?
the problem with German accent is I can only do the really campy, like... I can't do a nice, subtle one.
Oh.
I can only do, like, hello! It's just good to meet you.
Is that what you're gonna do when you go to Germany?
What?
Is that what you're gonna do when you go to Germany?
No! No, I'm
Your
just-
German action is as subtle as your French
You're just-
accent, Marshall.
I have a subtle German accent when I'm speaking German.
I'm sure you do, but
well, that's interesting.
Ich habe
Does
ausgezeichnet, ja! Anyway, but,
That's pretty campy. Does anybody have
the
any
Germans are
comments
just
about the
campy,
logs?
putty. That's just
Or
who
would
they
you like-
are.
Does anybody have any comments about the logs, or would they like to move on?
I mean,
That-
besides, it's weird that the Jedi were looking for the HK schematics.
I turn to the HK unit and say, so how is it that you determine the model numbers? They seem to be placed at random.
Statement. Zerka assigns a model number based on the model distinction. And then we go under one for the, above one for the next in that model line. So for example, the first line of a generation could be the HK24, which would be 3 ahead of the previous generation. I don't know why it's 3. Humans are silly. Then the more refined version is 1 up. Sorry, 1 down. So 23. I fucked this up. So it's 23 for the first of the generation. Then they go 1 up for the refined version, so 24. And then they go 3 up for the first of the generation, so it'll be 27. And then they'll go 1 up for 28.
Okay.
Humans
That's-
are weird.
I agree. Humans are a strange species.
Something to do with marketing and buzzwords, and that if they didn't go at least 3 up, people wouldn't think it's as much of an upgrade. Or, you know, if they only... People think that they go up in 1, so when they're buying a 3 upgrade, they're fooled into thinking it's 3 ahead of the previous one.
Wow. They really do educate their HK units on their marketing techniques.
I have data banks from around 20 years ago when I was first created. The newer information I don't have access to, but there's quite a lot of information on me.
Okay. I go and check this door. The
Oh,
one
sorry.
above the death room.
There is a not working terminal and a drawer.
I open that drawer.
Has a key card in it with the engraved F12.
Oh. Oh. We're just skipping all those other 4s.
If you can find key cards for them.
Never. We're going to 12. That's where the final boss is always on the highest floor.
What makes you think 12 is the highest floor?
We can go higher. I
We will
asked
go even
the
further beyond.
HK unit, how many floors are in this building?
Checking data banks. Statement. There are 19 floors in this building.
Nope, there's 20, there's 20.
100% there's 20. Or maybe 21.
Also, I don't
No,
feel
watch, there's
like-
actually 18.
Also, this may just be me, but does anyone feel like going through 20 floors of a building?
Yes.
I mean, you just got a key card for floor 12.
Okay, let's go to 412.
You don't
Yeah,
want to
let's-
check the last 2 rooms?
Nah, fuck.
Well, I bet one of them is going to be, like, the
Check this
HK20.
room.
Okay.
There
Go
is
for
a
it.
dead terminal and a
A drawer. Search through it again.
card with the engraving F12.
I found 2. I now have full control over the elevator gods.
Maybe the elevator's like a nuclear sub. You need 2 people to turn them at separate positions.
Okay,
I then go
let's
to the final
fast.
room.
Oh.
There is no drawer and there is an active terminal.
I say, Merkava, do you want to look at the terminal?
I guess.
Merkava, can you guess what this is? Personal security.
Oh, man, dude.
Oh, but you already have the password.
Okay. I super hack into it with the password.
Yeah. Marshall?
I am here. Operation Halberd is underway. Have 17 dug oh Jesus, okay, never mind. I thought it was a these are purposeful. Have 17 dug from mines coming to the outskirts tomorrow to meet and talk about the job. We'll send them to look for the schematics whenever I can, and hopefully it will be in and out before the end of the year.
I turn
That's
to the
like
AK
how I
unit
write.
and say, you know which Circa member worked in this room?
Scanning data banks. Stern Peabody.
Can you reassure me that he died?
Scanning data banks. Statement. Stern Peabody has not signed into work for 1.5 years.
Good. I say, let's go to the elevator.
And you guys head up to floor 12?
Yep.
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 Unless we can magically make a 4. Whoa.
You guys walk up into a very open plan space with a bunch of desks over here and three rooms on the side here.
Did Robot Friend join us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, actually, as you go up the elevator, as you pass onto what you think is floor 4, his eyes stop glowing.
Oh.
I sort of tap his head. Hello?
A dim glow appears in his eye again, and he says, "Statement. It was fun." And then they stop glowing.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
That was traumatic.
Poor
All right.
you. We'll put it back together at some point.
Man, we can't scrap them for parts.
No, he's our friend. We don't
Wait a
scrap
minute.
friends for parts.
Wait a minute. I wonder if I could put him in a gun.
In a gun?
Yes. We
You
got
can
that.
put them in my gun.
We got that mod thing. And
What
I'm
a
wondering
waste
if
of a modification.
No, I could take his intelligence and put him in the gun. It'd be sort of like an auto aim thing. It'd
All
be
right.
great.
So
It would
what's
talk,
the room
too.
we're looking at?
So like I said, these are all desks. This looks like a kind of cantina of some sort. There's a vending machine. There looks like there are some coffee makers, but it's obviously been abandoned. And then all of these on the side seem to be offices. So these 3.
Right, who wouldn't want a talking gun?
You do whatever you want with the modification parts.
I'm gonna
And
go.
if it actually does anything, then I'll be interested,
Okay,
possibly.
Cedric's going in there. What does everyone else do?
I guess I'll go in here.
Sorry, I didn't see that. Oh, I see it. No, okay,
What
so
did
you're
you say
going in
this
there.
was again?
It looked like it was an old kind of canteen area. There's a coffee maker, a vending machine, maybe a little kitchenette.
I'm gonna go there and give myself a drink.
You can make a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Okay. And Merkava?
Get yourself some juice. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hard liquor.
There are terminals on each of these desks, by the way, but a lot of them seem deactivated. But you'd have to look at them to see if you can find.
Yeah,
them.
I guess I'll check out the terminals to see if I could reactivate one.
Okay, make an easy perception check. Meanwhile, Cedric, as you walk in, you see one of the big HK droids from the 2nd floor,
Oh, really?
but the eyes aren't glowing, and there's no blue lights.
I walk up to him, knock his head slightly. Hello?
Alex check.
And easy.
Alex check. So, Cedric, you think that this is clearly the state they take before a security alarm is tripped. That's what you think. But Merkava, you spend a lot of time. It takes you 20 minutes because you think that this desk over here is definitely going to work if you hit the button hard enough. But eventually you give up and you figure out that this one is just on.
Oh.
And Celeste, you find a desk with a drawer and an active terminal.
I look through the drawer.
Drawer has a key card in it, and engraved is F20.
I say, I immediately leave the room and say, you know how you were all about that 20th floor, even though the HK said that there were only 19?
Yeah.
I found the 20th floor key card.
He
Fun.
lied!
I also found a terminal.
Well, I'm gonna have a look in the next one, the last one we haven't been in, and then I'm sure Merkava can have a look at it.
Coffee is so good.
The last one, what?
The last office. This one.
There are 2 drawers and a dead terminal.
I'm gonna look at the drawers.
Okay, one of them opens up, and there's a key card in it with the engravement F20. The other drawer is locked.
Can I just like try and just pull it open?
Sure, make a easy athletics check. Wow, I'm surprised. That's an easy athletics check. Those setback dice. Holy shit! That is the most unlucky roll I have ever seen.
Yeah, like, honestly. Now, here's the thing. If he could convert those light side points...
Well, he can't.
See, the thing is, this is the enhanced force power. So you can. So I have to use a dark side point to open a drawer.
So Kasara, you feel this darkness coming from this.
I'm gonna do it.
As the darkness of your coffee consumes you, you also feel a darkness over here where Cedric just went in, and then you hear.
You just hear me spray out the coffee and yell, "Son of a bitch!"
The only person Kasari will be able to trust is Celeste. He's just wandering around ignorant of what the fuck is going on.
Flip a destiny, Cedric. Take 1 conflict, 1 strength.
Yep.
And yeah, you successfully open it. Inside is a purple vial of fruity liquid.
I'm gonna pocket it in my back pocket and then walk out.
Merkava, are you going to get working on that terminal you found outside, out of the office?
Yeah.
Easy lock, personal security, and you already have the password!
You know, why don't you just lead with I already have the password so I don't get the entire check rolled out, or typed out, and then you say password, and I'm like, God damn it.
Marshall.
This Odito woman needs access to the ventilation systems over the weekend. I need you to pick some people up from the... Okay, also ventilation systems. Yeah. Anyway, I need you to pick up some people from the lower floors to help make this a smooth process and won't ask too many questions. She's going to inspect it over this weekend and have full access to it away from prying eyes next weekend, and then our business with her will be finished. If questions are asked, take care of it. Cheers. So yeah, she definitely made it an aerosol.
Yeah.
It's the plant.
Do you go and help Celeste with his terminal? Merkava?
Yes.
This is not personal security, this is office security. Average default. Do you want to use Destiny?
I think they'll be fine.
Are you sure? I mean, it's getting to the end of the session, yeah.
Yeah, but I have a feeling there's still something else that we haven't seen yet, so I won't burn it all.
Okay.
Boom.
Good choice, yeah. You have access to a log.
Oh my god, there's an emoji.
Marshall.
Bill is in our pocket, and he's getting the Home Secretary post under Shanala, who has responded well to our approaches thus far. or Dido has a good shot at making health sec. And while she's obviously not our normal type of plant, we all point at the plant, we have a good relationship there. It seems this government has a heel after all. The Dragon Queen's what? The Dragon Queen's warnings were misplaced. I don't blame her, though. As young as she is, I'm sure they don't have this corruption on Alderaan.
I didn't know we were playing Game of Thrones, the tabletop RPG.
Take the weekend off. We'll wrap up this whole ventilation business with Ordito without you. Enjoy the fights. Enjoy the whiskey. Hardy Sunners don't have a fucking clue, mate. And enjoy being on top of the world again. Zerka never die, eh?
They're Canadian.
They're both Canadian and English. It's weird.
I feel like the Dragon Queen is familiar, and I cannot remember where.
We gave him a real bollocking, eh?
It's familiar because everyone in the Star Wars universe has watched Game of Thrones, Cedric.
Clearly.
Makes sense. So, Bill is in our pocket, and he's getting the Home Secretary post under Shanala. Good to know.
Alright, so we need to find and kill Bill.
Bill's probably already dead.
Yeah, I think Bill's dead. So,
What?
As
You
with-
to be Home Secretary.
so Dragon Queen is another word for the ruler of Alderaan.
Is it?
Is it?
I'm guessing something like that. The Dragon Queen's warnings were misplaced. I don't blame her, though. As young as she is, I'm sure they don't have this corruption on Alderaan. So maybe she's not the ruler, but she's from Alderaan, and she must be important because she's called the Dragon Queen. Unless that's a
Is
derogatory.
anyone else on this planet you've heard that comes from Alderaan?
Yes. The vault.
You guys gonna head back in the elevator?
You guys want to go to 420?
Yeah, let's go to floor 20 now.
I heard
Vault!
420.
Okay, wait, guys, the vault. We should find the Dragon Queen.
Find the Dragon Queen.
Now, let's see. Duchess Catalana Savoya of Alderaan. Hunt her down. Find
That's
her
a
corpse.
duchess, not a queen.
Whatever, man. That's why
Do you guys,
They're both female.
so do you guys head up to floor 20?
Yep.
Keep hearing 420.
So as you head up and out of the elevator on floor 20, you see
we
an
see people
over-
smoking weed every day.
an overgrowth of plants to the left and right, not quite
I'm gonna
seeing you
be-
yet, stomping around, an amalgamation not unlike. Also, is the jukebox fucking me over? Now it's going. Okay. Fuck you, jukebox. Stalking around
I'm clicking
the
the elevator button.
types of amalgamations you've seen before. And over here, poking out like an ominous little gift is a spore pod. And we will pick this up next week.
Clicking the elevator button.
I love how small we are in this map. That should be exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's it.
That's the whole 9 yards. The whole Chundido.
Who's ending us today, buddy?
I think Marshall knows that.
Or Marshall?
Good day, sirs. I think Charles, you shall be ending us today.
Okay, so we'll see you guys next time. Hopefully we won't die. Cross our fingers.
We all thought we were going to die today, and I think we did pretty well.
We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.